Yeah, 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 I said, yeah. What's going on? I'm back. I told y'all I was coming back. And I'm back. It's your man, Kush, what up? First on the scene, as per usual. Girl from the 6. Rachel, what's up? New York Comedy Club, we're coming back. May, John, Panda Baby, Big Man. We are back in the building. The Futhamuckin Protocol is back on a Monday night. I'm going to play this track for my man. I actually got 2 tracks for my man. I have a good friend. Donna, what's going on? Secret Coders Academy. All right. I see you. We already had my man Talent from Mount Vernon. Spent my formative years in Mount Vernon. So Heavy D gets much play. And it's no different tonight because Frank Townsend, Chi-Town in the building. What's up, fam, man? Hey, Frank, how many weeks did you lose so far, son? Good morning from London Variety. Oh, thank you for waking up so early. Oh, JB's in the building. JB sent me that request. I guess I could also, I'm learning. Hold on. Let me see if I could, there he goes. Boom. I'm getting better, I say. Getting better. I just sent him, and it says waiting for. Oh snap! JB's Smoove, what up, fool? Girl from the 6, thank you. I appreciate that. Doing my best to look as good as possible. Miss Feria, thank you for showing up. Peace. Look, Frank, too many to count. I hear you, famo. It's okay, man. We'll be back. We're still waiting. It says JB is coming on shortly. I see he's here. I wonder if my send hit your send, and now they're trying. There he goes. Jen, what's going on? It's loading. It is loading. What if JB wound up just all black like Ian was a couple of weeks ago? It's loading, JB. Anybody tell me if you see JB before me, because I don't see him. Matt, what's going on? Ike Official. Berry and Peaches Strawberry. I see all y'all. Somebody said, who the F is me? Hey man, I'm just a comic out here. What's up, fam?
What up, fool?
Chilling, bro. Good to see you. You cool Futhamuckin. You are the coolest Futhamuckin in the building.
Hey man, come on now, come on. This man right here, the coolest. He the coolest right here.
Black Jesus. He got Black Jesus in the building. That's Black Jesus.
I had to go ahead and grow the beard like the man, you know.
Yeah, it's looking good. Looking good, man. Looking good. Looking good. Hold up. And I appreciate, I gotta say, probably the flyest backdrop yet. I've seen a lot of backdrops since quarantine. Nobody has hit us with their hat closet, son.
Woo! Don't get me started. I might have to change hat as we go through this.
Are you gonna change hats? You gonna hit it like the Grammy Awards, like you hosted the Grammys?
Hat about 4 or 5 times on you.
I ain't mad at that, son. I am not mad at that. Yo, we're welcoming people as they come on. Hey, this is the Futhamuckin Protocol on a Monday Night Live IG. I'm your man, your host, Dean Edwards, comedian, actor, artiste, Dean Edwards, and I love bringing my friends on, my artistic friends, mainly comedians, to come on and share their insight as well as talk about their journey from their humble beginnings to their success to where they are now sitting in their own hat closet. So we have a talented young man here. I've known him for many years, pretty much since I started as a comic in the early mid '90s. You know him. I'm a run down the list because there are a lot of new fans, but I feel like I'm a Prince fan that knew Prince when he did Controversy. Right, like I'm not a cat that just got on JB after he hit Purple Rain. You know what I mean? I'll take it back to the earth. early years, from Uptown Comedy Club to Pootie Tang to Mr. Deeds to Cedric the Entertainer Presents, which I remember coming and hanging out on set with you, to being hired as a writer on Saturday Night Live, and then making sure he cast himself in his own sketches, which was brilliant. to his own show, co-starring on Everybody Hates Chris. Currently, you can catch him on the most recent 3rd season of The Last OG. His own comedy special, which I went to the taping, which was amazing, called That's How I Do's It. And now most recently, you saw him in the Marvel Films blockbuster Spider-Man Far From Home. My man and yours, representing Mount Vernon, JB Smoove. What up, fam?
What up, kid? Woo.
Chilling, man.
There's something funny about when you, you know, I never like look at the road travel
right
a lot, but when you hear it, you know, it's just like, wait a minute, I did a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and,
man.
But at the same time, you know, the time to smell the roses was always there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, I'm the same dude that you've always known.
Yes,
so,
sir.
And that's what I mean about time to smell those roses, man. I can remember down to like being in the moment with every single credit you just said, and more and more. You know, I got a chance to, and that's the fun thing about a journey. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance to reminisce about all the people you met. You know, I always tell people I'm always like conscious of being nice to people at all times. Being friendly with even the interns, man, because I always feel like one day, that dude right there is going to work so hard. One day he going to be at studio, and he going to be like, I'm going to call JB because JB sat down and had lunch with me one time.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But that's real. That's important because even up at, you know, people like when I was on SNL, I remember people that were assistants that wound up becoming producers on the show, you know, so you never know. And more than that, well, regardless of your station and what level of success you have, man, there's something about humility, and there's something about staying grounded, because you and I both remember when nobody was checking for us, right? And it's always nice when someone stops and just says hi and treats you like a human being.
Yeah, man, that's very important, man. And even in this climate that we're in right now, somehow we got to find a way to center ourselves, whether it's individuals or on a whole. We got to find some ground, get our groundwork and get our center, because otherwise we're going to always be fighting and struggling with everything, whether it's professionally, relationship-wise, or whatever it is. You're going to always be fighting for that because you haven't found a way to ground yourself and realize that, yo, man, this goes quick. Not just your career, your life.
Yeah, your life.
Your life go quick, man. And people spinning wheels right now. So, you know, we got a lot of tugging, pulling back and forth going on here, but all you're really doing is that clock is going. And anything you're trying to accomplish in life, you just losing that time. And that goes for anybody. It goes for people who hold you back. It goes for, you know, the struggle we have to go through right now as people of color. That goes through anything, man. We got to find some way. And you know what? And I was telling my wife, Shada, man, I said, you know what? You know, sometimes I got to shake myself out of this because, you know, being comedians, we always find the humor and stuff. But I'm at a place right now where I had to, like, really step back and think about what is really important right now, because, you know, you get caught up, you know, some people are built for this. Some people are built for the anger. Some people are built for the frustrations, and some people just got to do it a different way, and they just got to find their route. You know what I mean? Like myself, like I do a lot of course, you already know I'm heavily involved in planting seeds with the Boys and Girls Club. You know, all these campaigns I do, all these charity events I do. you know, and I find that to be so refreshing because I get a chance to, you know, I use the term planting seeds because, you know, whether that seed or that flourishes in the moment, a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, 20 years later, it's already planted.
Right,
so
right.
You've got to keep feeding it. And that's,
Right.
and that's what, you know, and me being involved in the Boys and Girls Club, I always try to find some way to plant those seeds, man, in these young people's heads. You know, the other day, you know what I had to do the other day, man? I called my daughter, Jerica, and I said, this is crazy because I said, you know, let's call out of clear blue. I said, you know what? I apologize. I had to apologize to her because think about this. There's so many graduates this year who bust their ass to get to this point.
Yeah.
And because of the pandemic, they didn't get a chance to even enjoy it and walk across that stage and have someone film it. Have your whole family stand up like, yeah, baby, you go, girl, you go.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can see that whole section of that's your whole family back there. That's my whole family.
Man.
That's my auntie.
Right.
That's my grandma with the water. My grandma, I love you.
Right.
You don't get that shit.
Yeah, man.
You don't get that. So I called my daughter. I said, you know what? I apologize because I know you worked hard to get to this point. My daughter's 26 years old, 25 years old now.
Okay.
So even now, I know she's to a certain point. But I say, you know what? I apologize that the world is in the state it's in right now.
Right.
That a lot of things were nipped in the butt years ago. I apologize that all these things, everything that I'm apologizing that you got to be in a house right now. You just got a brand new job that you worked hard to get. You stuck at home right now, not working. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because as parents, we got to sit there and say, God damn it, I wish I had done more. I wish I had done more to make every young person growing up in a better position. And we fathers, we know you know, even though we do what we do, you know, and what we do is we spread joy to people around the world. Yeah. You know what I mean? But in this climate, you gotta sit there like, God damn. Now you gotta come back. As much as you give to people feel good, you gotta sit there and shit. God damn it. How do we get out of this shit? How do we get to a point where we comfortable in our mind and we ain't on stage thinking about the plight of the world, the plight of our people and all this shit? How do we clear our brain and focus on what we are built to do? You know?
Right. But you know what, and you speak truth because same with me. Like my eldest, she just graduated from high school, and just like you know, there are millions of kids, not even just in the country but in the world that have worked all their lives and have been to graduations and seen it and been excited and excited for prom and excited for senior skip day and excited for finally getting that piece of paper and taking pictures. And like you said, the administration saying, please hold your applause until the last person, but your family saying, whatever.
Your family don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I mean?
At all.
You don't hear the next 4 people's names.
Right. But you know what? You have done everything that you can with what you're given, right? Activism comes in a variety of forms, and so your activism hasn't just been during this pandemic. You've been giving back to Mount Vernon and the Boys and Girls Club for years. You know, just because, just as a comic, every time you get on stage, you're offering some form of healing, right? For myself, we're offering some form of healing because how many thousands of times have people come up to you after show and said, hey, JB, man, you know what? I was having a bad day, man. You have no idea. Thank you. And that makes it all worth it, man. So we gonna get back to that. It's just a matter of in the meantime, doing this right now.
I tell people all the time, comics have this unique filtration system. I don't even know how it works, but we have this filtration system that allows us to take on all the bullshit, right? Yeah. Filter it through our bodies, through our minds, right? You know, and then reprocess it and get it back to you in another form. So but you really think about it though. Think about all the comedians that we've lost.
Right. Yeah, man.
Sometimes that filtration system pulls so much out, and your health, your mental stability, all that shit suffers because you are literally putting your issues aside.
Right.
You know, whether you got someone who passed in the family, you got someone who's sick, or whatever's going on. You're about to lose your house, or you don't make enough money to make sure your kid is safe. All those things are still regular shit that you got like everybody else. But you have to find some way to like wipe it in your mind, grab that microphone and make those people happy.
Right.
So all that shit is in you. What would be cool if you had like a real filter, like a little slot in your neck, you could pull that shit out. And it's like you pull that shit out your neck, like that shit is dirty. It's like fucking filthy. Like fuck, what a crazy month it's been. You know what I mean?
Yo, you gotta clean it out like a Atari, like a video game. It ain't working. You like, hold up.
You know what I mean? It's like an air conditioner and shit. You pull that fucking filter out your fucking neck. And your shit, your shit filthy. You have reprocessed all that shit and made everybody feel good. You gotta pull that filter out your neck, you gonna rinse that shit out, put it back in.
Right.
You gotta change that shit.
But start fresh.
You really do. It's not a physical filter, of course.
Yeah.
But mentally,
yeah.
You gotta. How many times you been on stage sick as fuck, but nobody knew?
Bro.
Nobody knew.
Bro. Yeah.
What?
Look.
You died. Like you fucked up. You like, God, I don't feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But food poisoning or whatever. But you gotta take it like Jordan. You gotta take it like Jordan. Game 5, game 6. You're like, I gotta play through this food poisoning.
I got to play through this shit. You remember that? Like the game shit.
Man.
That is, oh man, this is. I always try to. I love going deep with whatever you do, whether you're a singer or But you give something, but you got to have. It really is something in us that allows us to. It really is something deep inside of us who allows us to care about what we do and care about people. But we also have high tolerance for pain. You know,
man. I mean, pugilists. We're pugilists. This is boxing.
Pain is this. Pain is your failures. Your failures. When your failures hit, some people have this remarkable rebounding system. You know what I mean? Lord knows, I have failed miserably plenty of times.
Right.
All because I'm stubborn. I'm a chance taker. I'm a fucking daredevil.
Right. Yes.
When you mentioned my special, that's how I lose it. A lot of people didn't know this. I told maybe a few people in interviews here and there, but did you know that 30% of that whole special was improvised?
I didn't know it was 30%. I knew you had improv some of it because, like I said, I was there. I remember watching Rel warm up, and as you know, because we're comics, so I know what I know what I've seen you do versus me saying, "Hey, hold on, I ain't never seen him do that."
But see, that's the only way I know how to do it.
Right.
And I'm so passionate about using my instincts.
Right.
That I'm willing to fail at it sometimes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
but you really gotta have that in you.
Yeah.
You really gotta know that there's millions of audiences out there. There's millions of ears out there. You gotta really understand that your failure is not your failure. Your failure is your learning. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I wouldn't tell anybody to do it. But I will say, some people can do it. They can literally go on a late night show. They'll ask, you know late night shows? Shit. They'll ask me, they'll have 10 questions ready. I'll tell them motherfuckers before we even like go on stage. I say, yo, you know you ain't gonna get to that, right? You ain't gonna get to any of those goddamn questions. You do know that, right?
Right.
and you know, because we got the instincts. You got your hearing, you got your sight, and the main thing that comedians have, people think we just talk a lot. We have to know, we gotta listen more so than because we gotta hear exactly what you love about us tonight. It's gonna change next audience. Because you know, every audience is different. Some of them like your mannerism, some like your physicality, some like your delivery, some like there's different shit that they're gonna laugh at. And we use our ears to listen to what this particular audience wants from us tonight. The next show is gonna be different. They're gonna like something different. And that's gonna be the vibe for that show. And that's the fun thing about you know, being in the moment with shit, you know. And I'm a terrible robot. I'm the worst. You know, I'm the worst robot.
Yeah, no, I couldn't see you sticking to the same exact set, same exact script every night. It would be awkward.
I can't do it. You know, I break every fucking rule. Even when I'm on late night shows getting interviewed, I'll fuck around and do a whole interview. I came there to promote something, and I'll get through that whole goddamn show and not even fucking mention the guy.
Right. And then Jimmy Fallon has to say, "Hey, JB, so can we talk about your movie?"
You gotta say, catch JB in the new Spider-Man appearing in theater. We ain't even get
But that keeps it organic too.
It keeps it so fucking. You feel it on your skin. Man. You get a high off that shit.
Yeah.
You get a high of giving your gifts.
Because it's flying without a net. You don't have a net. When you're flying without a net, that's what when you get hired for SNL, because I known your style, and it's funny because people don't realize SNL is scripted. You know, like people think is all improv, but it's scripted. But I said that's the great place for JB, for a mind like JB, because things change so quickly, not only during the show week, but actually on the night of the show. So having a mind like yours that works so quickly without a net, that's a perfect place for you.
No, let me tell you something though, D. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm gonna be honest because I know myself. Of course, I was a writer for 3 seasons. I was in some sketches. I did some monologue stuff. But literally, when I tell you, I had to bite my tongue. Like my inner self had to say, "Don't do that shit, dog." Because I'm guaranteed you, I'm gonna say it right now, if they had made me a cast member, they probably fired me. They probably fired me. You know why? Because I would have said, "Fuck them cards." I would have said, "You know what? I'm telling you right now, I would have got fired." You know why? Because I would have said, "Fuck them cards." You know why? Because I think what's in my head, I would think. No, this is fact. I would think what's in my brain. And listening to the audience and looking at faces that I can make this shit funnier. And because being in the moment, you are really going off of what you feel, the energy you feel back from the audience. Whether it's a late night show, scripted, live TV, and live TV is the biggest culprit to make you fucking break the rules and get fired.
Word.
Yo, I'm telling you, I know me. I fucking know me. And I know I cannot stick to the motherfucking rules. You know how many times I stand on shows with my back turned to the audience?
You hit the Miles Davis?
Man, I don't turn my back to the crowd. One time I went behind the curtain and did a whole 15 minutes behind the curtain, fucking around like I was in some restaurant, fucking somebody's order up, just making some shit up. It was like one of those, oh, you want that? Hold on.
Right.
You hear me ruffling shit around like I'm cooking food, and I keep picking it up. Asking if they want some ingredients in that motherfucker. But I'm telling you right now, you were a cast member on SNL. You were brilliant on that motherfucker. Now,
oh, thanks, man. I appreciate
it. Now, admit to me right now, have you ever been in a moment where you said, I should say this? I know what the card says.
What? Yeah.
I should fucking say this just to see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, that's a bold move to pull.
Look,
You
I thought about it.
Like a motherfucker, though. You'd have been in Lawrence office
like I said,
Dean, let me talk to you, Dean.
I thought about it, and then I thought about the talk, and then I thought about that check, and I was like, no, I don't need to say that.
No, I'm guaranteeing you. But it's something in me, like, I don't know. It's something in me, whether it's, I don't know, I just have this shit where I'm willing, for some reason, I'm not willing to fail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just willing to take a chance sometimes.
But that's always been your style. So that's part of who you are. And so
I'm gonna go even deeper on you.
Okay.
That's pertaining to stand up, right? But also, I feel like I wish everyone could have. I don't want to say this, but let's just say I wish everyone had that gear where they understood that you're going to get another swing at this. So don't get defeated by life. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I wish I could put that in young people who are struggling now, trying to find themselves. I wish I could put that in them, let them know that, look, you're a young person. You can write this, but be diligent in your presence. Because once you gain that confidence, there's nothing that can fucking stop you.
It's unstoppable.
But you can't let people, all the naysayers to shit. You gotta find some way to ground that. You know, but that also gives you a level of respect for other artists, a level of respect for yourself, a respect for what other people are trying to do. So that you gotta, like, we are people first. We're people first before we artists. We're people first. You a fucking man first. First.
Say that.
Somebody told me one time, he said, I always tell people, stand up is just what I do. That's not who I am. You know what I mean? Overall, you're something else. Whatever the universe found about you, it allowed you to have the ability to take whatever your base is and attach it to whatever you love to do. Whether it's playing a guitar up, or whether it's public speaking, or whether it's being a comedian or an actor. Whatever your base is, that's going to let you know what you are going to do with stand-up. How are you going to do it? You know what I mean? You can't just fucking do stand-up, and not have a personality. Oh, we know plenty of assholes out there who do what we do. I'm not afraid to say, I know a few assholes out there. Just being blunt. You know why? Because their core and their base is different from what they are projecting to their audience. They're just different. And when you hang out with them, you notice, okay, I see.
You see the truth come out.
I see what this is. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's you. But their base is different. Their base is different. It's not as genuine. And how many times have you done shows and your audience comes up to you after the show and said, oh my God, Dean, you were so nice. So-and-so was here last week. Interesting.
Hold up. They try to get a feel to see if you're friends with them. So they're like, oh, you know what? You know who was here last week? And in your mind, you sitting there like, here it comes. Like, yeah. They were, and then you give them a go. You're like, man, say, and they're like, oh my gosh, they were so, and they did this, and you're like, I've been on the road.
That shit off like,
Because you don't want it to get back like you were talking greasy to that about that.
Like, hey,
you're like, he or she is crazy, man.
Hold on, come on, let's do it.
Yeah, they wild.
But that's just, and that's what we talk about. That's your core.
Yeah.
If your core fucked up, it's gonna fuck your health up. It's gonna fuck your mindset up. It's gonna fuck how people feel about you. And that's across the board. And so, we just gotta, we gotta find some way to channel through all of this and find some way. I'm just hoping and praying that through all this, we get something resolved.
Right. Some resolution.
It's powerful being black men. As much power as we have, we are also just as powerless because there's some shit we just can't fix quickly.
Right.
And that's the frustrating part about being who we are. Because we want to give this shit away.
Right.
We do this shit for fucking free.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we do it we give shit for free all the time.
Right.
You say a motherfucker on the airplane. You don't gotta talk to this motherfucker. But all of a sudden, you talking to this motherfucker all the way to New York.
Right.
You're like, God damn, nap so bad. But this dude just talking. He's telling funny stories. He fucking loving you. He
inside.
He giving this dude a one-man show. He is fucking dying laughing. He fucking loves you.
Right. The other people around you are mad because they can't sleep.
They can't fucking sleep now because this motherfucker, he got a big goofy ass laugh and shit. He's like, oh fuck, he got one of those laughs.
Yeah.
Like this motherfucker, wake everybody up. You like, we on a red eye. Shut your ass up. God,
but those are the best experiences, man.
Put your shit up there, start up this shit. You was making all this money.
Yo, the people sitting across from you just keep hitting this.
Like, goddamn, it's like, you gotta turn them in the fetal position and shit. You're like, goddamn. Somebody, but he got a little bell, ding, and he's like, oh shit, here we go. You guys mind down a little bit? Oh shit. But that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's power. That's power right there.
With this, you can't help, man. But you can't help but think about what is next for everybody. Now, you got the protest. We got to fight. It's just what it is right now. We got to fight. You can't. We can't proceed without the fight. The fight won't happen. This ain't the first. It ain't the first fight. This fight gonna be a little harder. You know why?
Why?
Motherfuckers too used to the power. They're too used to it all this time. You know what I mean? See, when we fought for civil rights, we fought for when slavery was abolished and all this stuff happened. It was this period of time between those two and getting to where we are now. People get used to it. Administrations get used to it. Courts get used to it. Prison systems get used to it. Everybody gets used to who we are. You know what I mean? And we don't want to get stuck there. So it's going to be a lot of sacrifices to get back to
and a lot of discomfort. a lot of discomfort. You know, people have to face their discomfort.
Yep.
Go ahead.
When you hear people talk about the new normal, right? That's because we might be wearing fucking masks for a long time. But if you apply that new normal, we got to get to a new normal with our rights, with our respect level. We got to get to our normal. Get to a point where we're comfortable pulling over, getting pulled over. We're comfortable, you know, walking through a neighborhood or jogging through a neighborhood. We're comfortable discussing what happened here, you know, before we get handcuffed. We got to get to our normal at this point. So people are happy coming out again. People are happy and comfortable coming out to a club. You know what I mean? You know, this can't be, you can't live like this. And, and if the main thing you worry about as a parent is what's going to be left for my kids. What are they going to have? So we got we gotta find some way to capture the moment. We gotta grab that moment, and we gotta find some way. You know, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a long fight because you got to change people's perceptions of you.
Well, the institution has to get knocked down.
You gotta change so much that's embedded deep. I'm tell you something craziness. This is how people don't understand until you really feel racism on your body. We've all been through it, but this is crazy. And we're from Mount Vernon. We know that Mount Vernon had 2 areas of town. You remember back in the day, we had Fleetwood. And we had
Fleetwood Lords. Wow.
Oh my God. We know what it is. You knew that when you crossed over the fucking New Haven Line Bridge on 4th Avenue and you went on Graham, you know that Grambling was a whole different ball game on that side of the bridge, right? Like,
yes, sir.
Ooh, okay, we're going down this block. Even though you went to people went to Davis. Davis was up the hill, of course. But you knew that it was a different thing. Even though school was up the block, but you knew it was a different thing. I was a kid. You remember the bike shop on Grambling Avenue?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you, I was like 12 years old. This is how you feel, even as a child. A child, you still know, and you see how it feels to be, you know, discriminated against. You know how it felt even at 12 of what you should be doing and what you should not be doing and what could happen. So I dropped my bike off at the bike shop. This is deep. This is some deep shit, man. This shit made me cry one day because I was thinking about it. So and hearing all these stories around the world, these moments, how we feel. This is what I'm talking about. Is deep pains that in our history. So I came out the bike shop. I told my bike to get fixed. I mean, it was an Asian guy who owned that spot for years. You know, He was nice. He was nice on those bikes, man. He would fix shit up nice. So I think something wrong. I had a 10-speed, and my dad bought me a 10-speed bike. And you know, 10-speed bike got that Gorilla. You know what a Gorilla is?
Yeah.
You change gears and shit. Little wheels like this, and a chain went through that like this. Once that fuck up though, that shit is like the equivalent of your toilet bowl won't stop running. Won't stop running. You open that toilet bowl up, look inside that motherfucker. You know what's inside that goddamn toilet bowl? A mechanism. You call that shit a mechanism. And they got that little red ball, the little floaty and shit, the little stopper that goes in a little hole, little chain, little pull chain and shit. That's what a Gorilla is on a 10-speed bike. The same concept. You know, so I came out that motherfucker. And as soon as I came out the bike shop, I started walking back towards 4th Avenue. But as I started walking, I saw an old white woman coming towards me. Man, this shit broke my motherfucking heart. And you know how sometimes the concrete is uneven? This old woman tripped and fell directly on her face. And she rolled over and her blood was everywhere. And I stopped. I stopped. You know what I thought about? Oh shit, I'm on Grampton Avenue. You know what I'm saying? I felt weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, I grew up in the project. I'm another 15 minute walk to the crib. Right. And her purse opened up and shit flew everywhere. And I stopped. And all I could think about was, this is terrible for a 12-year-old to even think about this. I said, oh shit. I saw two things happen. One, I said, I should run up there and help him. Right? And for some reason, my eye line looked at that purse on the ground with all that shit everywhere. And said, this went fast. One story was, oh shit, I'm going to run over there to help her. And someone's going to run over there and think I knocked her on the ground and tried to steal her purse. And I didn't, and she fell and busted her face open. Two, I'm going to run over there to help her. And she ain't going to remember. She's like 8 years old. She ain't going to remember what happened. She's going to think I pushed her down. She might say, I don't know what happened. And I don't know what happened means this young black man pushed me on the ground. Right. So, yo, my heart was beating 100 miles an hour, man. And that's terrible for a young person to feel like that. But I walked 3 steps backwards. And I just turned and walked back into the bike shop. And I stood in the doorway shaking and shit.
Wow.
I stood there like my fucking hands started shaking and shit. And I just started walking around the bike store looking at other bikes and shit. I said, I ain't going out that motherfucker right now. Then I heard people say, oh, someone fell. And I stood there and I waited till a crowd was out there. And then I went back out there. I said, oh man. And I crossed the street. I said, hope she's okay. I just said, because I knew. Now, that's going to change my whole life. It's sad, man. That's how you got to feel. But if that would have changed my whole life.
At age 12.
At age 12.
At age 12.
This lady, her whole face was bloody. Imagine if that would have been, me bending down and they just grabbed me and handcuffed me. I was a fucking juvie or whatever and couldn't say I didn't do that. Ooh, shit.
Yeah, man.
I might not be here talking to you. That's man. And I say that because that's what happens. That's how a young person's life changes in a heartbeat. It changes. Sometimes kids do crazy stuff, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. So say that because, hey, this is the climate we're in right now. And that's when I was 12, in my 50s.
And there's a climate that's been there. This, this is what I think what people are starting to, because black people have been saying these things for years, right? Now, because of this pandemic, because everybody's in quarantine, now people are forced to see it, because it's been occurring, right? And essentially what you had as a 12-year-old, you had PTSD as a 12-year-old. You weren't even a teenager yet, and you had already experienced the trauma of how the world perceives you as guilty until proven innocent. And that's heavy for a 12-year-old to have to experience. And then multiply that. That was one day. That was one experience on one day. Multiply that times every day you experience, whether it's just you walking down the street and you with your friends and some that same lady's walking down the street and she crosses the street. What that does to someone mentally, where they are being taught that someone is afraid of them, and that person doesn't know about them, doesn't know what kind of family they came from, doesn't know that. Now I'll take it one step further. You said, as a 12-year-old, the spirit, your parents and the spirit of God was in you to say, I want to go and help that woman. That's the first thing you said, right? It's the first thing you said. You wanted to go and be a human being. You wanted to go and assist a fallen human being, but the trauma that the world has placed on you made you say, you know what, let me go back in this store, because the world is going to see, instead of seeing that I am just being a human being and extending a helping hand to another human being, they're going to see me as the perpetrator of her clumsiness, which is unfortunate, right?
Unfortunately,
that's traumatic, man. That just hit me, you know, like, because and it's almost like shell shock, because every black man you know has that story in some form where you can sit and talk about, oh, remember, I tell you this one time where I got this scar and I got this scar, you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's unfortunate, man.
But the crazy part is some of us get lucky. You know, I got lucky because, you know, I ended up with the right set of friends. You know, I ended up, you know, even losing my dad at 15 years old, found some way of, you know, channeling some way of getting through this thing called life, you know? That's a big bump in the road at 15 years old.
Yeah, 15,
you know?
Man.
That's a big bump. That's a big hurdle to jump over.
You
know, and you have got to, you know, and that's what I mean when I talked earlier about, you know, calling my daughter and saying, that damn, I wish we got more accomplished. You know, as many amazing things that we have accomplished, getting this far, I just wish it was better. You know, and I did another interview like last week. I was like, damn, it's such a shame that, you know, life is a life. You know, and you see like, how could people really waste their life holding another life back? You know what I mean? It's so crazy that you would dedicate your life to making sure someone else doesn't have a quality of life, which is crazy to me. You know what I mean? Those shit you be doing, like seeing the world and living. Living. How did you get caught up where you are actively holding people back?
Well, that's when they say misery loves company.
People, personal people, governments. It goes for anybody who's in an authority position. It goes for a multitude of people. And I go back to doing what we do. Sometimes you can't help but forget when you're on stage, making people laugh. Forget about the real shit that goes on in the world. The real shit. Now this is some real shit going on right now. This shit is real. You know what I mean? And when we've been doing this shit a long time. When you're on stage, you're free. You're making sure these people leave this motherfucker with you spitting out their mouth. You making sure you have a good time, but goddamn it, whoa! Now you thinking about shit a whole different way. You're thinking about I gotta fuck around and get back on the road. I gotta get a job when this shit is over. You're trying to figure out everything right now that an adult really thinks about. And a person in a position that you got to take care of some other people. So now you got to think, how am I going to take care of my damn family? How am I going to make sure that people who I meet, people who I touch, my other family members, people who I meet on the street, how do I make sure that overall, you know, I'm planting enough seeds to make sure that, you know, that all these young people have something, a quality of life when this is all over, you know? So it's crazy, man. Yeah. But
well, and it comes from, you know, I think it all starts at home. And like I said, you know, even if you only had your dad till you were 15, he did his job because you're a reflection and a better version of what he was. And he planted, like you said, he planted the seeds so that you could grow and so that you knew what it was to be a man, you know?
I'm gonna give you one more. Story.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the, you know, the repercussions of shit that happens. This is how you feel as a man And this is how you feel as a black man. This is how you feel as a hardworking person who feels like, you know. So my dad had a job at this lighting company for years. 15 years. Man, every few months, every 8 months, we would change out. Man, it's just funny. My father would bring home new chandeliers and shit. So he'll bring overstock shit home, and he'll be taking our old chandelier down and put the new one on. Our friends come to my crib and y'all got another chandelier? Like, we're the only family in the project that has chandeliers hanging on the back of the table in the kitchen. I be like, yo, this chandelier is too elaborate for this motherfucking apartment. It's 2 bedrooms. Project, yo. Chandelier, like, wait, this shit, like a candelabra. What's going on about this? The little ornament shit, this shit is all elaborate and shit. I'm like,
this ornate pieces.
It's too much for this 2-bedroom in the project.
You ain't supposed to have chandeliers and roaches. You gotta make a choice.
You can't have chandeliers and roaches. You got that right. You're sitting there like, yeah, you see bikes going on prom and shit underneath the motherfucking chandelier and shit. This on the table. You're like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You got that stupid ass mouse. Get the fuck out of here. They slow dragging on the table and shit. I mean, shit. Get your goofy ass the fuck out of here.
He says slow dancing.
Slow dancing and shit.
Slow dancing, right?
She got a hold, and the girl mouse got to hold her tail because she don't want him to step on her tail. So she holds her tail in her hand. They always put their tail when they slow jam because they want to step on the tail. I was going to find you step on my tail. Stepping on a mouse tail was the equivalent of stepping on a woman's gown. You know, those long gowns. That's what that mouse tail is a gown for her. So she holds it in her hand. She holds that tail. So that's I'm not fucking around. We had the flyest chandeliers. No, you hear me? Nobody had chandeliers and shit in the fucking project.
Did your friends come over? Were they impressed with the chandeliers?
They were like, oh shit. They know. No, and here's the funny shit. I lived on the first floor. In the project, so you could see my shit from outside. They were like, ain't that your place right there? Ain't that your apartment right there? I said, yeah, that's my apartment right there. You got a chandelier? Shit, that motherfucking chandelier hanging up there with different lights and shit around that motherfucking shit all elaborate. Shit was dope, man. Yo, so my dad worked there for years, and this is how you get defeated. I see my father get defeated.
Really?
I understood why he was defeated, and I never see my father the same after this happened. So he worked there forever, fucking ever, working his ass off. They fucked around, right, and gave my father's. He should have been the fucking foreman. He should have been the fucking manager. Right. And gave it to this young white guy who had just got there a year. My father was there for fucking years. Right. He gave that young white guy. My father, I never saw him the same after that.
He was crushed.
He never was the same. He never was. Never was the same, man. He lost. I saw him get defeated.
Right.
Everything changed. His health. Everything changed because
how did that affect you? Like you seeing your pops get defeated at a young age.
I didn't understand it until now. You gotta understand, when you're young, you don't have no bills. You don't have nothing. All you know is video games.
Right.
Playing fucking Lego and shit. You had Lego growing up? Fucking Lego.
Of course.
Oh, my fucking Lego. You know, all I knew was playing with Lego, getting ass whooping because we left the Legos on the floor and my father stepped on them. That's all we knew. That's all you knew. You didn't know about bills. All you do is cereal you wanted that morning, fighting over the TV on Saturday mornings to watch Japanese porn and fucking Hong Kong food. That's all you cared about. You didn't understand what was happening, but I didn't understand it until, you know, once my mother told me, or heard that, you know, he got passed up for a promotion, and again, young white guy who just got there, I felt like, damn, you know, it's like a slap in the face. You worked all these years to, you know what I mean?
Man.
He worked his ass off, man. And I never saw him the same. I just, you know, being from North Carolina, coming to New York to get a better life, family, and it's just like, it becomes defeating. Now, here's the thing, you know, do you have the time to start a new job and work hard again? And hope you get something in 5, 6 years, 10 years? You hope you get promoted up and get more money and respect? Could you go to work again and be like, God damn it, I gotta work for this dude? Oh, he's younger than me. You don't know this shit. You don't know he's done that chandelier like me. Shit. You know what I mean? And that's back in the days. You had the chandelier in the kitchen. You had the living room with the little beads and shit. The beads. Your friends, hey, if you got friends over and your mama hear them fucking beads open, them fucking beads all hanging down in the living room, going to the living room entrance, she be like, get your asses out that living room. I heard the beads.
Why our parents didn't want us in the living room on the plastic furniture? You could not have company. That was my mother's biggest, like, because, you know, everybody, both parents work, and that was our parents' one thing. Y'all better not have any company over on a school day.
Can't have nobody over there. Can't have no company. Oh, man. So, and see, that's the kind of shit that gets stuck in you, that allows you to change gears, that allows you to watch out for yourself, police yourself, and understand that it's going to be struggles. And this is just another example of an additional struggle that we have to go through. But this is going to be a sacrifice right now for, you know, you just want, you want to see, there's so many amazing young people that you want to see them just have an opportunity.
Yeah, man.
Just to get at bat.
Just to get that bat.
Just to get at bat, man. Just to see what they're gonna do with this.
Right.
They're gonna do with their life, man. And do with their life freely. Not what to do with their life under stress. Not to make them work 10 times as hard to get something they deserve. You know, it's that breaks your spirit sometimes, you know? Right. And that's what's important, man, out here, man. So yeah, man. So and I say that as a person who, when you ran down my list of stuff, you know, and I know that's probably a quarter of the stuff I've done, but it makes me understand that all those pieces, all those different projects, different jobs, they are more than just jobs. They are opportunities. Opportunities, whether it's one line, whether it's 10 lines, or whether it's stand-up special, shit. You know, but all these bumps, they give you character. And one thing that once you develop your character, I tell young people all the time, once you develop your character, that's one thing you cannot lose. Don't allow it to diminish. Don't allow it to, the shine of that to dim, because that's what's going to propel you to everything else. I'm gonna tell you something.
Hey, JB, hold up. You know what? I just realized it's almost gonna cut us off. I'm gonna go out and come back in, and that'll give you a chance to change hats. You can change hats.
You fucked up.
I'm gonna go out, and y'all come back in we gonna finish part 2 because we ain't even talked about your journey yet. Yo, so we'll be right back, y'all. I'm about to log out, and then we gonna come back in. And like I'm riding it out. Oh, he got something for us. All right, we'll be right back, y'all. We'll be right back.
Yo, we back in here, son. We back in. Since we in 914, this for Jadakiss. Look, we on some Jadakiss right now, son. Dean, what up? Medina, what up? May, Christian, I see you. Kush is back in the building. Doc Austin, Jenny Jen, I see y'all. Right now, my man JB Smoove is flipping hats for y'all. He gonna hit us. Kevin, K Squared, what's going on, fam? Steven, what's going on? Kev, I can't bring you in because I have JB coming back in, fam. We got JB Smoove is coming back in. Medina, I see you. I am Dean D number 1. What's going on, bro? We've been talking with my man JB Smoove for the last hour. You know, he's been sharing, you know, life growing up as a young black man to a grown man now, and sharing with everything that's going on in the world, you know, offering some insight. He gave us some interesting insight and let us know some of the things that were traumatizing to him as a youth them, and we're in this hour. During this hour, we promised to go. Let me see if he's on yet. I'm just making sure he's not on yet. All right, now he's not on yet. But we wanna 70. What's going on? During this hour, we're gonna make sure we talk about, because I know that's what people also want to hear. Like we've been heavy that first hour. Sometimes you gotta go heavy. Sometimes you gotta go heavy before you get to the sunshine. You gotta go through storms before you get to the sunshine. Feel me? William Roebuck, what's going on, fam? Gina Benisi, what's going on, my peace? I appreciate y'all rocking with us on a Monday night. Technically a Tuesday morning, depending on where you are in the world. If you're in Australia, then it's Tuesday afternoon, isn't it? But we've had fun. And Doc, or you still party hopping the verses? Yo, what did y'all think? Did y'all see the verses? What y'all think, Jadakiss or Fab? I ain't gonna front. I'm much love back at you, Kush. JB's back. JB is back. I'm excited to see what happened.
I gave it to Jadakiss, and Jadakiss was tipsy. Yeah, that's why I played this song also, because he's repping the 914. And we're all sitting with bated breath to see what hat JB Smoove is hitting us with. This is what annoys me about when my hair grows. I can't rock any Yankee fitted right now. Cindy Poison, what's going on? Let me turn this down. Judy Biz, Cool Red. Yeah, Jadakiss was going drunk. JP Jameek, what's going on, fam? We're still waiting for the Wi-Fi in the closet is slow right now. So so right now all we have is a black dot. Hugh, the incredible Hugh Moore in the building. What's up, Hugh? It said that JB left. I guess he's gonna come back in shortly. We're gonna try it one more again, I'm sure. The link was bad, but you know what? I think this is my opinion. I think, hey Cindy, yeah, that's exactly what it was. Doc Austin was Jadakiss played it strategic and won, man. He killed that. It was fire either way though. It was a great salute to Kings. JB is coming back, and I think JB, can you hear me?
I hear you, brother, but
okay.
I'm not sure if I'm moving or not. Can you see me?
Okay, not yet. I can't see you yet. Can you see me?
I can see you. I hear you. I see you clearly. Waiting. See what?
Hey, can y'all see JB? Y'all let me know. I can't see him, but maybe you can. Maybe you all can. I see a lot of hellos. Okay, no. Kush said JB can't see you. Can't see you. Do you have two different Wi-Fis in your house? Because I know sometimes people have different Wi-Fis and they have to switch to the other. He's still there? No, I can't. No, I cannot hear him now. No, I got nothing. And oh, there he goes. Okay. I'm putting it back on. Okay, I can see you. Okay, hold on. Let's take it all in. Do y'all? Yeah. What is that, velvet? Okay. Hold up. Let him see the feather. Hold up. I'm feeling. Look, why am I flexing like I'm in the Mac? Do y'all see the feather on the hat?
Here's what I would do. Yeah. If I had that kind of hair, I would cut my shit in the shape of a fucking hat. That's what the fuck I would cut my shit. Hey, I would cut my shit like a hat. They're like, yo, that's a cool ass hair hat, goddamn it. That hair hat is I would pop the size out, let them put some fucking gel in that motherfucker right here. Cut that top like this. Cut that little dip right there.
Hold on. Let me get my hair on the angle. Hold on.
Yeah, took that.
Hey, what's up, baby? How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Is that a hat? Is that a
hat here?
Hey, yeah, your hat will never blow off in the wind. I tell you that.
Everybody else's hat way up.
See, I don't know nothing about this hat.
They got a holiday shit and run down the street and shit. You get a convertible like this. This shit don't move in it. You in a convertible flying down the highway. This shit don't come on.
Yo, this is why I love JB.
Oh shit.
Yo, the only thing you can't do is tip your hat to a lady. You can't do a goddamn thing about that shit, girl. Look, I gotta do a forward roll. Yo. Oh shoot. Oh man, yo. Listen, our first hour was heavy, but I said to them before you got on, I said, you know what? So we got to go through the storm to get to the sunshine, and so I'm glad we did, share.
Yeah, because you know what happens sometimes? People just hear you joking the whole time. They think that shit that's going on in the world, we ain't thinking about it, and it's not important to us, and it really is because of what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why we got to be sure. And we support everything. First responders, everybody who's a part of this pandemic, who's on the front lines, marching every day. We get it, man. But shit, we here. We here. So
we here. Man. So I want to take it back. Because also like I said, as always. I am a friend, but I am a fan, man. And even just that, the riffing on my hat hair, right? This is what we've loved about JB. JB has been like, JB's a comic that comics love. He's a comics comic. He's a comedian's comedian. You're the cat that,
oh man,
if I was sleepy, and I had to go, like, when I was still working a day job in like 95, 96, and you were closing, but I had to go from like the Sugar Shack up in Harlem and get back to the Bronx to go work at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I would stay because if JB's on the show and the cats that are on right now that can attest to that, we want to watch because you look, I'm getting goosebumps because we knew JB takes a joke, right? And this dude will take, it's like a cow's udder. He will squeeze the last lick of that milk out of that bit. And after 10 other comics went on. And that's what we always loved about you, man. So take me back to, I had Rob Stapleton on about a month and a half ago. Uptown. How'd you get on stage the first time?
You know what? I just, here's what my thing is. I grew up, like I said, I got lucky with the friends that I ended up hanging out with in high school, and I just always loved. I love comedic actors, and I also love comedians, and I love, who didn't play Richard Pryor albums when their moms and pops went to work, and you come from school, you get that put that album on, because I don't know if every household had it, but the party albums,
the party records,
was the business, because what happened with the party album was the party albums is what everybody entertained back in the day. That means all their friends come over, and that's when people will come over your house. They'd be dressed up all nice. They come out, they cross that leg, they cross that damn right leg over the left, or left over the right, and they got a little cigarette in their hand, got a drink in one hand, and a little cigarette, and you'll be in the bed, but you can still hear them in there laughing.
You hear them,
You be like, damn, they be there doing it. They be laughing their ass off. And then my mom and dad played Richard Pryor albums or Red Fox albums. And, they call them party albums. And they be in there laughing their ass off, man. That shit dope, man. And they be in there sharp as hell. There's a in their mouth, man. I found that to be such an amazing time, a period of time. So me, I grew up just loving Richard Pryor, but I love Richard Pryor growing up as a young person. That's why I used to Richard Pryor, Red Fox, and Bill Cosby. That's all we had those albums. Three different styles.
You had That Nigga's Crazy. You had Why Is There Air?
Yeah, man.
And my parents didn't have any Red Fox, but they had Cosby and Pryor.
Oh, man. They had some
brother
joints.
Russell.
They had some joints, and those were the things of our era that made me want to laugh and entertain people, and just and those are my years when I was the life of the party guy. I was the dude who if nobody was dancing in the party, I was the dude who would start the party off. I had my little nutty friends. We all were stupid. And we all were just dumb and doing dumb stuff. I remember my first. I remember when I was remember the Gong Show?
Buddy. Of course, Chuck Berry, Mean Gene, the Dance Machine.
I went to a Halloween party. This is my first turn, right? Because I was always I was a hallway clown. That means I was a good student. I was like a 3.0 student, but I was a hallway clown. That means in between classes, we turned it out, man. Out, snapping jokes from people leaning against the locker in front of our next class. The bell go to the next class. Clowning people, man. People hated us badly. These dudes can't stand y'all. None of us had girlfriends because they didn't like us because we were stupid. Too stupid to have girlfriends. That's how stupid we were, man. We didn't even know girls like us because we didn't give a damn. We just wanted to laugh at least. So I remember I went to a Halloween party dressed as the Unknown Comic. Remember the Unknown Comic?
With the bag.
I had the damn jacket on, the damn high waters and everything. Yo, nobody knew it was me. Nobody.
Oh, that's funny. That's dope.
Oh, and I told my friends I can't hang with y'all because I'm gonna they're gonna know it's me. So I'm walking I'm knocking drinks out of people's hands, doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? I'm doing stupid shit, dancing on tables and shit. They're like, who's this asshole? You know what I'm saying? So and that made me really want to do stand up, man. And then what happened was I fell in love with comedic actors. I just love Peter Sellers. I don't know what
Peter Sellers was dope.
Yo, this dude was brilliant, man.
The Pink Panther was dope.
But we are, how they say, the sum of its parts. So all these little pieces of different styles make you who you are as a comedian. So but you know who really? I started renting his videos, his VHS tapes. George Carlin. Holy shit,
Carlin
man.
Was dope. Yeah.
That was dope, man.
Carlin was his words, man.
he was just so smart with that shit.
Yeah.
How do I get that smart on stage? You know what I mean?
Right.
There's so many styles but all those pieces, you know, all those particular guys made me, you know, who I ended up being. I love physical comedy. You know, and that made me want to, you know, so I went to the Uptown Comedy Club, and that's where that's where I met Rob at. That's why I met Rob.
Right. No. Rob gave you when he was on. He gave you props, and it's funny that you point out that Carlin is what people fail to realize, because when people hold Carlin in the reverence of you know their you know holy grail of comedians between Pryor and Cosby and Carlin, people don't realize how silly George Carlin was. What I loved about Carlin was he would hit you in the head, but then he would do some goofy thing like lean forward and go.
Yo, he was so off the hook with it, man.
That dude was brilliant.
He was funny as hell. I love that dude, man. And so you know what? We can all love stand up, but there's got to be somebody who forced your hand and said, you know, I'm gonna walk on that stage and grab that microphone. Or they always say that if you can walk on stage and grab the mic, you're halfway there.
Yeah, man.
So for me, when I got to the Uptown Comedy Club, I just started like, you know, I always loved the physical, you know. So, and you know, when you first start out, you got silly ass jokes. You're like, I was doing jokes about Mr. Potato Head and shit. And turning his ass to Mr. Potato Salad, and you know, slinky jokes about the slinky walking downstairs in the hood. That motherfucker just walked down the street, he just fucking left. You know, like stupid shit like that. I remember I had this bit about Kool-Aid and shit. I love this Kool-Aid bit. My Kool-Aid bit was like 15 minutes long. I did this bit. Kids on the
that was short for you.
Oh man, kids on the 10th floor called Kool-Aid, and Kool-Aid was trying to come, and the elevator was broke, and Kool-Aid had to run up the stairs. And I was doing it where, and he kept stopping every 2 or 3 flights and drinking. He was drinking himself. Kool-Aid got up there. That motherfucker got to the 10th floor. That motherfucker was empty. He was blacked out. Hey, you know your elevator broke, right? Your fucking elevator is broken. How can the motherfucker in that stairwell? That stairwell hot as shit, man. Oh my god. But I had like so many different versions of Kool-Aid. I was talking about how you get the bad kids called Kool-Aid and they trip his ass and all that fucking and all the shit. He's like, you motherfucking kid, and he's picking the ice back in the jug and shit. You motherfucker, you tripped me. You fucking tripped me. All this goddamn ice everywhere. You got ice all over the place. Putting the ice back in the dirty. He put the dirty ice back in the goddamn pitcher and shit. Yo, I remember all this stupid shit, man. And I've always been someone who loves to paint pictures.
Yeah. Now you paint that picture.
But it's like you tell a joke, you paint the picture of what the fuck that joke is, you know? And man, I used to love to paint. And that's where I learned to listen. That's where I learned to, it's almost like there is no one else there. You know,
right.
You know what I used to always do? Is use anything at my disposal. I'm sure you heard the joke. I'm sure you heard the wrestling joke. It's like, you know, have you ever, like, I would do something and over the years, the shit would get worse. Like, people would expand on the fucking what really happened. So,
well, you used to. I remember you wearing the knee pads because I was like, yo, this dude
fucking did the knee pads. I was doing wrestling jokes. Remember I was doing the power driver shit?
Yes.
I was on the stool, turn the stool upside down, and do the power driver. And yo, I mastered the power driver, man. I mastered this. So I was at what's that club that you had to go downstairs to it? Manhattan? Not Manhattan.
Where was it located?
Indigo Blues. In the city. Okay. So I did this. I was doing this wrestling bit, right? And I was doing this shit where I was like bouncing off the rope, and then I would do a leg drop on the stool. And one night, I ran back in the Go Blues, and I hit the wall, right? It was drywall. And my whole fucking shoulder and my arm went through the fucking drywall. People almost ran out that motherfucker, man. My whole shoulder was full of white drywall. Yo, he was dying, right? And then that bit, like, the more people told the story, the worse it was. Like,
right.
Time he went through the wall, fucking JB was doing a wrestling joke. He ran against the wall. This motherfucker went through the wall. Then he came out the other side and covered in fucking white drywall. Yo, you a wild dude. I'm like, that shit be it. But I let him tell a story because
right.
That's the thing I love about, that's the unpredictability. That's the unpredictable side of physicality. Yeah. But here's the part about physicality. When you doing physical shit, when you hold the microphone, you telling a joke and shit don't work, you can just grab a little drink, take the time. When you do a physical bit, and I'm doing crazy shit on the ground, and motherfuckers ain't laughing, and you gotta get the fuck off the ground.
You gotta stand up. Yo, that's awkward.
Yeah, man. What the fuck? Like, what happens? You know what I mean? So, I remember I did a show one night, man. This is all like early stages, man. I remember, I love the cowboy boots and shit. So before I looking for good cowboy boots, I would just buy something I like. Man, I did a show one night and I was performing. I'm always stomping my feet and shit.
Right.
And I was doing a Herman Munster bit or some shit where I was stomping my feet real hard. And Dean, I had to do an hour, a 40-minute set. And the first 5 minutes of the set, I'm stomping around and my whole heel of my cowboy boot broke off. Yo, man. Dean, the whole fucking heel broke the fuck off on stage. I picked that shit up. I said, my heel broke. The crowd fucking lost it. And how do you perform for another 30 minutes?
Right.
Ignore the elephant on your feet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I twisted every bit around that night and made the focus the fucking heel.
The heel, that's funny.
But I love that kind of shit.
Yeah, man.
It stretches your brain. It stretches your mind. And you're in the moment with your audience. And that's why That's why I never plan my show. I never plan a show. I just have to listen. That's why I can go off for 10 minutes and come back. Because I just feel like, this is your time. This is your time. You might not ever see this joke ever again.
Right.
I might not ever do this again. I would have to glue this heel back on and stomp around and make it come off again. Just you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the thing about, the early beginnings and starting out in stand-up, man. And I started out with some amazing people, man. You talking about some amazing
Yeah, give us some names of cats that people know. And some that may not be big names, but there are a lot of comics on there.
It's just crazy because so many comedians that I started with either don't do stand-up anymore, or they just, some people are very content with being comics. They just want, they just enjoy downtown, hit the spot. Everybody knows them in New York. People love that. I love it too. But I think everybody's path ends up going in different directions. Right.
Everybody has different.
I knew talent when he was just a little boy. I knew his whole family. I knew talent when he was a little badass little boy. Like he had like grown man shit. Like as a kid, like he'd be like 9. This little motherfucker was like wrestling grown people and shit. And, Like, this little mother, get the fuck in the house, little boy. You know what I'm saying? He was a bad little boy, man. That little motherfucker. That little motherfucker. Of course, Rob and Bill Bellamy, man. Started out back then, man. I can name
Kevin is on right now. He said what up. He was on here.
Maceo. All these amazing. Maceo. Spaceman. Who else is on? You name it, man. We were all right. Yeah, me and Rob started, I think, a day apart.
Dig it! Wow.
When I went to the Uptown Comedy Club to visit, and I'm in the group just watching like everybody else, saying I gotta get on stage one day. And Rob was on stage that night. Somehow me and Rob ended up hanging out. I started. We had the workshops, of course, which helped us to develop our style and who we wanted to be. You know, and that was the fun thing about the early heyday of stand-up comedy, especially black comedy. Right. You know, we didn't have the kind of access to all the mainstream rooms downtown. This club in Harlem, the Uptown Comedy Club in Harlem, was our release. You talking about lines down the block, around the corner, the line was through the It was the most amazing thing you would ever see in your life. And I'm talking about before Def Comedy Jam, before BT Comic View. This was what was going down in Harlem. And it was the most amazing thing. And the thing that that made you got a chance to build your act. You know,
you have to grow.
I will say this too. Now, before I started doing stand-up, the first thing I did was I took an improv class.
Okay.
At the old Improv Comedy Club. Now, this club already closed down by the time you started. Because it was when I did it, when I did that improv class, my teacher was Marty Friedman. Marty Friedman was part of SCTV. I don't know if you ever heard of Marty Friedman.
I remember SCTV.
Yeah, SCTV. And I took an improv class. He was my teacher. Right? Okay. And right after I did that improv class, the Improv Comedy Club shut down. That was
in New York.
That's why we don't have an Improv Comedy Club. It was on 44th and I think 9th. And right after that summer, I did it for the summer, and that was it. That went away. I took that improv skill, put it in my little toolbox, and that's how I started to perform. I started realizing that I can make you visualize what I'm saying. I can make you think, something's there that's not there. I can use my physicality to express my jokes, and that became my go-to, my thing. I've never been political, never been, I never really been a guy that even does jokes like, black people do this, but white people do this. I'm always what's funny, what I think is funny. And
you were a stage coach. You know what? As a matter of fact, because in the last quarter century, I've seen 1 million people do a joke that I saw you do first, and there are cats on here that would agree that you were the first cat that I ever saw come on stage to a song and say, "Man, you could do anything to that song. You could go to a funeral in that song. You could ride a stagecoach." And I always wondered where that bit, how did that bit develop?
You know what? I think what happened was I always remembered it from when I saw old movies. And I was always listening very intently when you're watching Uptown Saturday Night, Action, do it again. Always had this damn music when they was,
they did.
They always had music. I always said, damn, that's cool. I could do a lot of things to that song. And that became this thing. I remember one time I did Westbury. Remember Westbury?
Oh, Westbury, yeah.
The big circle stage?
Yeah, in the round, yeah.
Let me tell you something. I remember I first did this bit. So I told the DJ, I said, I'm going to come out to this song, right? And then I'm going to say, y'all ain't ready, cut it off. I'm going to say, rewind that bitch, right? And I'm gonna go back up into the green room. You know how West Point was? It was a long hill that led to this stage. And I think it was an Ed Lover show. I think Ed Lover hosting that.
Like the April Fool's joint or whatever.
It's becoming Jamie Smoove. They played the music. I ran downstairs like, oh, man, y'all gonna half-ass it. Rewind that shit. Yo, I said, I did everything I did. I purposefully did stuff coming down the hill, right? For the people. I did the exact same thing in reverse.
Backwards,
back up the ramp, back to the top of the freaking stadium. People fucking lost they goddamn mind. And then they said, boo, 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 and threw that shit on again. And yo, that it just became this thing. And I just thought that if you can do things to it, it'll make it just enhances. You could
always add to it.
But we learned these little things, those little tricks of. I wish I could find my notebook, but there is actually 10 different rules to stand up that we had in the workshop. And that was, it was like fiery intro, stay true to your character. Certain amount of laughs per minute. Energy. Listen. Let people laugh. And then you continue. All these different things. Think about your clothing, how you're going to close, how you're going to leave. All these, there was like 10 different things. And that thing it really helped keep you conscious of your surroundings and what you are doing on stage. I'm going to find that book one day, man. I'm going to take a photo of it and post it because it was really, it really helped.
You just said close strong.
And close strong, close strong. So that's stand-up world, man. Stand-up is the vehicle you drive to get where you want to go, no matter where it is. Whether it's comedy, whether it's whether you just want to do stand-up, whether you want to be an actor, whether you want to be because I was never in any improv troupe. You know what I mean? Right. So
But you did take improv class that you learned to enhance what natural skill you had. Yeah. And I think a lot of people should take note of that when that there's nothing wrong with learning because it just adds to your tool belt.
Yeah, man. And that is just what that is the thing, because back then they even had the Black Comedy Awards. Remember we had the little
I still have one of those T-shirts.
Jenny Davenport. Jenny Davenport.
Lady DK. I saw that shirt like a year ago. So she had those comedy awards. I remember I won twice. One was most energetic comedian, and one was best impromptu comedian. So that's the kind of thing. I mean, on that scale, it was beautiful because that was us. That was our thing. Right.
Honor each other and have fun and get together, man. And that's what, that stand-up thing, man, was a beast. I would tell you the Cab Calloway story.
No.
Oh man, let me tell you something. But they let me have it at the Apollo one night. So, the Apollo was down the block from Uptown Comedy Club. So every once in a while, they would pull comedians from Uptown and let them do a set. Man, I remember I was a guest on that one on Uptown Apollo. So I was a guest, right? And Cab Calloway was the host of the Apollo. They had Sinbad, they had Cab Calloway, and they had a lot of different hosts. Steve Harvey, of course. But Cab Calloway, this was back in the day, right? Man, I said, they asked me to do it. They came and saw me. They said, yo, we want you to do the. I said, oh, that'd be dope. I said, I would love to do it. Man, let me tell you something, man. I've had my whole family do that shit, yo. So I was on the show as a comedian, and Keith Washington. Remember Keith Washington?
Yeah.
That thick ass hair. Yo, man. Yeah. So this shit was fucking hilarious. So I'm on I'm about to go on stage. I'm waiting. Cab Calloway's on stage. I love Cab Calloway. He's one of my heroes. I love him, man. So this is crazy. So he said, "Hey everybody, welcome to Showtime at the Apollo. We got ladies. You know what it is tonight. We got Keith Washington in the house, ladies." Yo, man, when I tell you, 100 ladies jumped out of their chair and ran to the front of the stage.
Right.
They ran. And they all stood, it's all
no.
at the edge of the stage.
Yeah, and that old lady up front.
Yeah, and that she was legendary. It said, he said, coming, we got Keith Washington. And then this shit happened right here. This shit's fucking hilarious.
I know where it's going.
But first, when that motherfucker said, but first, my whole heart, like, look, my heart said, look, my shit went up. I felt my heart move up my fucking chest into my throat. My heart was like, I can see my heart, I can feel my heart beating in my throat.
Right.
We got a young man coming to the stage. This is what the fuck happened. I'm fucking, we got a young man coming to the stage. He had the white outfit over the tails and shit. The little hidey, oh. But first, we got a young man coming to the stage. This young man is slick. Putting things together for J.B. Slick. Yo, I want that bitch to booze. Yo, I touched the microphone. I just said, nah, this ain't gonna work. I just walked right off the fucking stage. But first, we got a young man coming to the stage. This young man is Slick. Together, Apollo for GB Slick. Yo, and you know how the Apollo is lit. You can see people.
Yeah.
I saw my family. It was like this. It was like, my family was like, I saw the disappointment. I was like this. I closed my eyes. I said, what I mean? Yo, I couldn't believe that shit, man. JB Slick.
Oh man.
But first, when he said, but first, woo, shit. And you can see everything. You can see everything outside. You stand on the side of the stage, you see everything. I saw 100 women at the front of that stage like this, waiting. Yo, man, I just walked out there and grabbed the mic. I said, "Now put that shit back."
Man.
Hey, I put the back of the holster and walked the fuck out of there.
Oh shit.
But that's like, so but these are all like, they make great stories because shit.
Oh man.
But that's what but that's all a part of
your stories.
Stand-up. But but as far as stand-up, I just started doing road work and all the college showcases. I've done all the colleges starting out, putting miles, driving, just doing the Comedy Zone tours, and let me
add this, man. Like here's what's funny about how dope you were to us, because like you said, we had like the Black Comedy Awards in the city and whatnot, and I remember, Cash, you was so legendary to us coming up, a couple of years after you, that everyone was like, yo, man, once JB gets off the road, he's gonna blow up. But you were on the road so much. Like I guarantee you there are at least 5 comics on this right now that would agree. We were all like, yo, man, JB should be so much bigger than he is, man. And but you were on the road so much, getting that work. And then eventually you did, and it seems like as soon as you finally were present and were able to be in New York or LA, you started booking TV gigs.
Yeah, once I ended up moving out to LA, you know, that's another thing. You know, I mean, New York back then had a ceiling, meaning that you only do so much. Now,
right.
If you want to do soap operas, man, you light that motherfucker up. You know, back then, that's all they really had. You had a few late night shows, and then that was the ceiling. It was really nothing else for you to do in New York, you know? So in order to take that next step, that next leap, and you gotta, I mean, even when I was in New York, I did a lot of firsts. Like, you know, I can name stand-up comedy shows that, you know, people might don't remember. Like Kamikaze. I did Short Attention Span Theater on the
Short Attention Span Theater, I remember that.
And that's when Comedy Central first started out. I did MTV. I did a show with the Scar Brothers called Apartment 2F. I
remember Apartment 2F.
A pilot, yeah. I shot the pilot. So Friday Night Videos.
Friday Night Videos.
Apollo. You name it. Anything that could be done in New York, I did it, man.
Right, he did it. Right.
Do the shows. So that was a blessing, man. And then you start to, you know, of course, you did your road work. You started to bounce around and that stuff. Then opportunities. Once I moved to LA, what happened with LA was I started, you know, doing stuff. Just started like performing. My first week in LA, I did the Comedy Store one night. And man, you know, sometimes you just get, man, you had those nights where you cannot do any wrong.
Right.
I mean, it was just one of those nights, man, where I was just on fire. You've been so on fire, like you're on one bit, right? And you're fucking murdering these people. All you're thinking is, if they're laughing at this shit,
right.
To this bit, you know what I mean? I was doing the policeman running shit. Remember the policeman taking the car? Like the taking feeders with no car? I was doing all that shit. All that crazy physical stuff. You know?
Yeah, man.
And, that night, I did it was Chris Rock. I remember Chris Rock, Arsenio Hall, and somebody else was sitting together. You know how you can look from that big room, you see people in the booth. Yeah. That's also back there. And man, it was one of those nights. So after I did that Comedy Store, like the next day, Chris had, I had already done like sketch and a few sketches on Chris Rock's show. Remember Chris Rock?
On his show.
HBO. I've done some stuff, but you never see me do stand up like my new shit. Well, and I had to go right back to New York to do the Chris Rock show. So I got lucky, man. I ended up doing the Chris Rock show. I ended up.
You crushed that too. Because you did, Rick, this is the fan in me. You did the bit where everybody's laughing. Yo.
That's the bit I did at the Comedy Store.
At the store. Yo.
That's another, and that's also, my bits don't have endings. I only end it when I feel like ending it, or I feel like the decibels of laughter have dropped down to a certain level. Then I move on. Otherwise, I could do some of my bits for 15 minutes easily, like one bit, because it's like the more the people laugh, the more my brain turns and I start milking. Like you said earlier, I can milk.
Yeah, man.
You know, but that's the That's the thing that makes every show unique for that audience.
Right.
Even when they come back and see you, like, oh, you gotta see JB, man. and they bring their family back. The next night, you on the road doing 5-6 shows in the club, and they bring the family back, and they be like, "Oh shit, he changed it." You know what I mean?
Right.
You do it different depending on how much you get from it. You know, so
well, it keeps it exciting for you too.
Exactly, and it keeps you excited. Keeps you excited for you. And so,
real quick, Jake, we have 16 minutes, so I'm just letting you know that we have 16.
We're talking our ass off.
Yes, we are. I love this.
No, we haven't even got out of the Uptown Comedy Club yet.
Hey, listen, I'll go. I have no problem going as long as you got the time.
We ain't talking about Spider-Man. We ain't talking about date night. We ain't talking about none of the movies. And just you know what? This is what. But
if
see,
you with it, I'm with it.
No, but this is what it is. A career is. This is what builds your character. This is what we talked about.
Yeah, man.
All these things, they're not hurdles.
Right.
They're just, you gotta realize you can jump over a hurdle or you can duck your head down and go into that bitch. You know what I mean? If you fast enough to go into that motherfucker and keep your stride, you can still win. It doesn't. But that's what. But these are all little.
Right? No. I love it all, bro.
That build what it is to do this, man. And when I did the Chris Rock show, let's see, I did the Chris Rock show, and then next thing you know, I had to come back again. Next thing you know, I'm doing fucking Pootie Tang. And these are all like little, and these are first downs. And I'll say this too. I always think about it as like football. You can get a series of first downs and have an amazing career. Even if you don't get a touchdown all the time, touchdowns big. You can just keep getting first downs as long as you don't let them score on you. Are. It's even. It's an even game. So all we have to be in the game. You know what I mean? So that's what our careers are. We just sometimes it's a series of first downs. Sometimes you get sacked or whatever, but you get back up, you got another down, and we see what we're gonna do. But all that led to opportunities and meeting people. Mr. Deeds. I did Mr. Deeds because Chris Rock recommended.
Right.
He called and said, Jimmy just did my HBO show. He did Pootie Tang with me. Next thing I'm talking to Adam. I'm doing fucking Mr. Deeds. Now I'm telling you, man, that dude right there, that's one of the most amazing people
Sandler's,
man. That is one of the most amazing people I've ever met in this business.
Yeah. And Sandler's a sweet fella. He's a good dude, man.
Tell you.
Good dude.
So we get all these little moments of opportunity, and and that's what I mean by you have these moments of opportunity. That's why I don't remember everything that I've ever done.
Well, I mean, it's a long career too, man.
Yeah, it's a long career, but it's like I don't count. I don't like to count because I always feel like, hey, it's the little things to me that make sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's those little opportunities that you have, and you show up. And that's why I always tell people my audition process. Always, I like to drive. I like to drive the car. So if I'm in an audition and I'm not driving, it's not going to go the way I want it to go because I'm not in control of it. I'd rather go in an audition. I always say I go in auditions high and allow them to pull me back. I don't go in low and turn me up because you don't know how high to turn up. And you turn up so high, you offend them. They're like, whoa, goddamn, get this motherfucker out of here. But you come in already aggressive and that's how my audition with Larry. For girls, I like to come in there and just take over the room because that's how I know how to control the room. I listen. what they're laughing at. I'm reading energy. You know what I mean? I read Larry. I read the book.
Right.
I can feel him.
Right.
That's little stuff that, that's the little things that make, characters. Because a lot of times they don't know what they want. Until they see it. Until they see it. And when, you know about it. When you did SNL, it was Finesse, Keenan, and myself, the last three at the NBC test. That shit right there ain't no joke because you don't know what the fuck they want. You give them all you had, but do you give them what they already seen you do, or do you give them some other shit? And that process is something else right there, man. That process live,
Yeah, but I'm sure.
Still, even after I didn't get the cast, but to get a phone call and say you had to come in and write for the show, that's something you got to think about too. Now, I had to sit there and say, let me call you back tomorrow because, you gotta, your pride kicks in.
Of course.
If they call you and say, hey man, I'm sorry, man, you didn't make cast. We went with Finesse and Keenan. I love the shit out of those two dudes. But obviously, I would love to have made cast.
Of course.
And I was like, shit. I said, when they called me back and said, hey, you want to come in as a writer and give it a try? And I had just got to motherfucking LA. Not even a year yet. I'm like, fuck. What do I do? And I'm like, shit. And the first thing I thought about was, this is going to look good on my resume. So, let me go back to New York to do SNL. And here's the blessing though. You don't know what you're going to get until you get there and start. I had to put the New York hustle. Had to start thinking, how can I make this work for me, even though I wanted to be cast? So I was a writer. Did warm up for two seasons. I was in some monologue stuff. I was on a few sketches here and there, and I was and Conan O'Brien was downstairs.
Right downstairs. Downstairs.
I did Conan O'Brien 11 times while I was
in the 3 years you were there. It's crazy.
They would call upstairs, I would call Lauren and say, can we borrow GB? I had to be like, shit. Because he would call me, JB, Conan wants you to do a sketch downstairs. You go down and do that. Come back up. So, okay, shit.
Right. Hey, that's another check.
Go back upstairs in that fucking elevator. Go back upstairs.
Right.
But that is what, it's kind of like, I felt like Cordell Stewart. Remember Cordell Stewart? That's who I felt like. I feel like Cordell. Because, Cordell would run the ball, he would pass the ball. That motherfucker. I was the first Cordell Stewart, goddamn shit.
Yo, T-Sean Shannon, who people may not know, wrote on the show. I remember running into T-Sean at the airport one time, and because his was funny. I was because I didn't know at the time. I didn't know Keenan and Finesse personally, and I knew you. So I was mad that you didn't get cast. And so I was like, yo, man, I said, I'm not there anymore, but I mean, they should, I know JB. And he said, man, let me tell you something. JB Smoove is the funniest dude on the 17th floor right now. And I was like, all right, as long as somebody recognizes that, that's all I needed to hear. You know what I mean?
Here's how I think, and I always do. Even when I'm on a show with 4 or 5 other comedians, for me, it's always about the whole show.
Right.
Even I don't separate myself from other comedians. I don't sit by myself. And you know what I mean? I just make it. This is about the people who come out to pay their money and enjoy a show. You know, people make it into a competition all the time. I have to be like, these motherfuckers always making this shit a competition. You know, and just do your shit and just let these people have what they pay for and enjoy it, man. But and that's why. That's probably why I just took a back seat to, you know, I never complained, even when I didn't get shit on air or whatever. But I love the moments, the little moments. Like the pitch meetings, they would call me the king of the pitch. I would go in there.
They said you were killing it, B.
Man, I would go in there and pitch 4 things every week. 4 stupidest ideas I could think of. T-Sean, every time I see him to this day, right? This is one sketch I had about this guy. He was a bank teller, right? He worked as a bank teller. And he got fired for being a bank teller. He got fired for being a bank teller. And then he ended up getting a new job at a bank. But the motherfucker couldn't get making sandwiches out of his system. So you go there and cash a check, right? And he'll you know, get the money out the register. And that motherfucker kept doing this like this. He kept looking at his goddamn finger. So he worked at a bank and then he worked at a sandwich shop. And that motherfucker licked his finger to make your sandwiches. You want cheese on that shit? He licked his finger and put cheese in your fucking sandwich. Salami? Oh yeah, good old salami. He kept licking his finger every time he made your sandwich, man. God damn it. Every time I see T-Sean, I seen T-Sean at this industry party one time at one of the award shows. He was sitting way over there. And he waved to me. He said, that's that motherfucker's favorite bit. He said, man, you fucking told that pitch about the fucking guy that worked at a bank and now he works at a sandwich shop and he would lick his finger and put cheese on your fucking sandwich. That's his favorite shit, man. It never made. The shit never made the show. But we sometimes we need those little first downs to keep us motivated.
Right. The first downs.
All these things, Dean.
Those are those but first. But first.
But all these little things, you know, and that's what that's why I don't really count, but I remember little moments like that made me smile. You know, I mean, I could easily have been a bitter dude saying, I should have been on SNL. You can do this all day. That's easy to do.
Right, but that's the easy route.
What's hard to do is to continue to work hard, continue to write, continue to pitch 3 seasons straight, and when I go back over there, I get respected. I can walk in that fucking building, and just because I gave an effort and gave my all, and I know that you got to build. Sometimes you got to build things. Sometimes you just can't walk into a luxury apartment. Sometimes you got to be able to build something and know what it's like to live here, know what it's like to drive, know what it's like to have these kind of friends. You know, and I got the same friends I grew up with. You know, I got the same friends I grew up with. They are still my fucking best friends, and that's you know, I don't count those. I don't entertain like bullshit stuff. So, you know, and you know that about me already. So I just like to, you know, and here's the cool thing, that when you get it all, you don't have nowhere to go. Where do you go after that?
Right.
Where do you really go after you have it all?
Right.
You know, this is what I love. I like being able to see it, to hold it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To just enjoy it, man, and continue to build. I'm learning something every day. Even after 30 years.
Real quick,
doing this.
You know what I learned? That we gonna come back in and you gonna change hats because it's about to cut us off.
God damn it.
So we gonna continue, and I promise y'all.
Goddamn night, man. You know,
Look,
goddamn.
I promise y'all, we gonna get to Curb Your Enthusiasm because people keep asking about it. But first, we gonna cut off, and we'll be right back. All right, so I'll see y'all in a second. JB, you get your hat. I'll see y'all shortly. All right, peace.
Yo, who's back in? Who's ready for hour number 3? But first, yo, I'm having a blast. Henry, what's going on, little man? I was gonna say why you up so late, but it's still early over there, so I'll let it go. Global Freeze, what's up, man? Yes, they would cancel Pryor and Eddie today, so fortunately we had them early on. Secret Coders Academy, yeah, but first, Rivera, what's going on, E, man? Jay Lynn, what's going on? I'm glad. I'm having a blast kicking it with JB. Yeah, I thought Guy Torrey and Tony Rock could talk. JB might have the record tonight, but I'm enjoying it. And also I'm shouting everybody out now. Shay Baz, peace, what up? Jen, what's going on? If I can't, where can I get a cool shirt? You know what? When the world returns to some form of normalcy, I'll be ordering more, and I'll get them up on the site. I normally sell them on the road. See, they have my road dates and such. I do them every year. Thank you, Global Freeze. I like to think these interviews. Yo, what if JB didn't come back in? That'd be funny. What if we sit here 40 minutes from I thought he was coming back. I'm so glad that I haven't drank too much water tonight, so I have to go take a little break. Put the cool shirts on my Instagram feed soon. I will, like I said, once we're back up and running, then I'll order some. I was supposed to. Here's what's funny. I was supposed to. Shay West, what's going on? Viva la diva. 444. I see you. I was about to order 200 shirts because Godfrey and I were supposed to go to the Middle East. Girl from the 6TL, what up? And you said something very nice in the last hour. Thank you very much. So I was supposed to order shirts, and I'm glad I didn't, because they'd be sitting in my basement right now, because the tour was postponed until a later date. I'm talking to you, Hollywood pop-up. We will be making it back to Riyadh and Jeddah and Doha, and where else? And Bahrain and Kuwait. Do you have to, Dean? You have to body a Steve Harvey. I don't like doing impressions if somebody else does them. Hey, May, what's going on? I don't like Samadi, what's going on? What's up, Sam? Yeah, I don't. If some, like, that's Godfrey's. You know. What's funny is I did a Steve Harvey audition when I booked Mad TV. A lot of people don't know that. But once somebody else does it, I don't want to do them just because I'm like, nah, let him live. That's his thing. Tour shirts would be a collector's item. Yeah, I mean, you know what? There are hundreds of these shirts that are in circulation that in different colors. Like this, I think this was the 2018 color. 2019 was a deeper purple, and every year before that was a scarlet red. So I've been making these shirts since 2012, 2013. So Kevin, what up? Tina Delfino, what up? Don't take my shirt, please don't take it. Was I ever on Bad Boys of Comedy? Yes, I was. Standing Ovation in Brooklyn Academy of Music. It was online somewhere, but here's what's funny. My former manager, he put it up on YouTube. This is in, I think, 2008, and there's JB. JB's on now, so we'll bring him back in. He put it up, but then when I left him, he took it off. Oopsies. Where's can't JB request because there are too many people on now for me to scroll down. Oh, thank you, Coach. I appreciate that, man. And now, what hat?
Did you do the Denzel? I did Denzel, Chris. No. That's a brother named Reggie Reg that did those impressions. I did Denzel, Chris Rock, Jay-Z, and 50 Cent in a remake in Bad Boys 3. JB, I can hear you, so we're waiting for your face and your hat to come up, bro. He's logging on, and hopefully we will see you soon. Sunrisa joined. Thank you for coming in. JB is on the line. General, peace. What's going on? Dagan and Art, peace. No, JB left. So this happened during the previous hour. What color hat y'all think he's gonna wear? I'm gonna say I'm going with, I think did he hit us with color yet? I think we're gonna get a pastel. You think it's beige? Girl from this 6TO says it's beige hat. So we shall see. All right, let's see. JB is coming in right now. A tan hat. They said a tan hat, so maybe I saw it before it cut off. It's a tan hat. They said, ooh, okay. Oh, with the little stripe. Okay, let's turn it to the side. Let's see the feather. Ah.
Oh man, come on, man. That's good.
Hey.
The brown on. The brown.
Nigga was going on. The brown. Everybody can't rock brown. Everybody can't rock brown, pimpin'.
You gotta be a certain complexion.
Yes, sir.
Certain kind of brown.
Yes, sir. Yes, you do. You know what? Your hats.
The boogie down.
Your hats make me feel like I gotta speak in this voice, and with my pinky up in the air.
Depends how you wear them. See, it changes. You wear like this, it changes the whole look. Or you tip that.
Oh yeah, when you tip it, they ain't ready. They ain't ready for it, son.
You gotta have the right kind of head too.
Hold on. Real quick, here's what's funny. Somebody just said big fan, and they called you BJ. They said BJ, big fan. But first.
Oh shit.
Yo, JB, how many hats would you say you have, man? Since we in your closet, how many hats? I mean, it looks countless.
This not even all of them because I put them in the hat boxes. So I probably got about 100.
Wow.
Maybe 100. It's close to it though. It's not far off.
How do you choose?
It's close to 100.
How do you choose what hat you're gonna wear any given moment? Just as a vibe?
See, here's where I'm at this point. I have a core 25 that I wear a rotate.
Okay.
The other hats are like, if you my cousin visiting from out of town, right? I say, I look at your face and say, I got something for you. And I say, we're gonna go out to this club tonight. Put this hat on right here. Try that shit on right there.
Nice.
I got try that shit on hats. I got those kind of hats. I got a few of those, but I got my go-tos. But nobody can wear my go-tos. But the one
right.
It's like guests. It's like my guest hats. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, you got friends coming to town. Put this hat on right here. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. You go ahead and wear that.
Right. Somebody just said, Italian Glam said, are we going to get to see your eyes tonight? I guess the people.
This is my look. This is
right. Nah.
I do pull my glasses off a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I wear my regular glasses. You know, my there's your smart glasses, and then there's your cool glasses.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right. No, because I think last time we hung in Vegas, me, you,
man,
Q, and Joe.
Yo,
that was.
We have a fucking feast.
Yo,
man.
That food was banging, son.
With the Cats.
Yeah.
My man Mark. Big shout to Mark. He's the owner of Catch Restaurant in New York. Catch Steak in New York. Catch 21 in New York. Catch here in LA. A bunch of other restaurants, but he took care of us, man. Yo,
man,
we sat
that
there.
Food was
What was I doing? Oh, you were performing.
Yeah, we were at the Rio at the Comedy Cellar, and then Hugh, we were just hanging out at, they have like a little pool hall in the hotel, so we were hanging out there, and then Hugh was like, yo, JB said we should come to Cat. So I was like, who was there? Nicole, Amy, a comic, like all the other comics. We were like, holla. That fool was banging.
Let me tell you something. Mark took care of us, man.
Yeah,
man. He was sending shit to the table on the house. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, he was sending all kind of cool shit. Yo, we started beating that food down, bro. We sat there like 3 hours.
Amazing. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think Q and I were probably there for like the last hour and 20, and y'all had already been there for like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
so
we
turned out, man. That was a good hang.
We had a good time.
That was a good hang. So back to SNL. You do your 3 years on SNL. You're back in LA.
Now here's another thing. See, I love these kind of talks because it opens up different chambers. Now, here's another thing. I don't recommend anybody doing this shit, but if you know, once you know how hard you work, you can make chess moves. You know, like Okay, so here's what I did. Now, when I was at SNL, my last season on SNL. Now, here's the thing. I got SNL with no agent. You know, and I have no agent at all. So, and I've done a lot without an agent, and I've done a lot without a manager. Just hustling, just going for stuff, hearing about stuff, planting them seeds. Because that's what word of mouth is. He shows up on time. He stays late. He improvises. He'll take the script. He'll read it. If you say make it his own, he'll make it his own. He'll have fun with it. He'll give you something you didn't expect to have. That's the kind of little things, intangibles that people want on any job, not just stand up, not just acting. So what I did was, I got rid of everybody. My last season on SNL, see, my agent at that time handled maybe 3 or 4 people on SNL. But I said, I like to hit the reset button once in a while. Because I feel like, one, if I out hustle you, right? Or if we're stagnant, and it's no sense sitting around knowing how hard you work and how much you're going to put into, even if you hit the reset button, you cannot be afraid to bet on yourself. Bet on you all damn day, because you know. See, that's I know that. So when I got rid of my agent, I knew I wasn't going back to SNL. Because if you got an agent who handles a bunch of people on the show already, and you know, if you fire him or fire the agency, who's going to speak up for you to keep you going? So I kind of already anticipated. I said, well, I know if I change agencies, I know I'm not going to be able to come back, because why would you speak up for me if you're not my agent anymore? So knowing that is kind of big, because you got to really know how hard what you're gonna do next, and the unknown is kind of fun too. But
similar to your stand-up, right? It's like you flying without a net, but you've been used to that. So
so you're used to that. But SNL was a big piece, but once I you know, and then my whole curve thing is just, you know, I truly believe in a higher power, whether you believe in religion, whether you believe in stars, the universe, fate, karma, whatever it is, there is something that you generate through your energy. So, and I knew that. I said, you know what, if I give it this dude, I'm not coming back. I know they're not going to bring me back. And I kind of anticipated it. So what I did was, when I did that, they didn't bring me back for my fourth season, right? Had a great time, though. I ain't gonna lie, I had a great time.
Right.
Lifelong friends. Beautiful job, man. And I think I got out of it what I needed to get out of it.
Right, so, it was like perfect timing.
Yeah, you can't be different. I mean, some people do it for a long time. Some people, you know, they want to be in front of the camera, or they want to do other stuff. So what happened was, I left that, and literally I was on the road for a month and a half. I was sitting at home, and I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I was telling my wife, Sha.
Shout out to Sha.
I love this show. Big shout out to my boo. I was watching TV and watching Curb, and she was washing dishes. And I said, man, I would love to be on this show one day. I was fucking fanatic for Curb. I said, you know what? You're going to be on that show one day because you say crazy stuff all the time. I can see you and Larry together. I'm telling you right now, this is how crazy things are. So I met this when I was on Cedric the Entertainer Presents, right? Was said when I was in LA. Right. This before SNL. So it was another amazing show. We only did one season, but an amazing show.
That was a fun show.
Big shout out to Sid. It's an amazing sketch show on Fox. We loved it, man. And so I said, I met this cat named OG Pierce. OG was doing the music coordinating for the show. Okay. And a cool cat, man. He did the song "This Is How We Do It." This is how with Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. You know, being OG.
La 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 la.
Yeah, amazing producer, and he was a good friend of mine. So what happened was, first of all, my wife said, no, 3 things had to happen. One, I didn't get renewed on SNL. That's one thing. 2, my wife said, you're going to be on Curb one day. I can see you and Larry together. And 3, think about this. 3, my friend OG Pierce passes away. Right? I remember I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I was just doing stand-up. And I was in my hotel room, and his number popped up on my phone, on my call ID. I thought, oh shit, OG. So I picked the phone up, and there was a lady on the phone. She said, hey, JB, are you I said, are you calling from OG's phone? She said, yeah, I called to tell you that OG passed away. And I was like, oh shit. So what happened? And I told him what happened to him. I said, oh my God. So OG passes away, right? I come to LA for one day. They had a memorial service for him at this club on Sunset, you know, like a jam session in tribute of him. So I came in town for one day, right? I got it. But so after I fired my agent, I got a new agent, right? The new agency is based in New York and in LA. So I was only with them for literally barely a month. I get to LA, I say, you know what, while I'm in town, I might as well go visit my new agent and say hi to the LA office. I go over to the LA office and I met with, you know, it gets in that room with like a bunch of suits and shit. All the
boardroom,
you
the
know?
long table.
Long ass table, like being on the Matrix. It's like the Matrix. Shit. All those fucking blue suits and shit, like the Matrix. I felt like Neo in that motherfucker. So, so they he said, what you want to do? I said, I don't know, man. You know, I'm not behind it. I'm ready to start doing something. Then the agent walks in the room and said, hey, JB, I'm sorry I'm late. how long are you in town? I said, I just came for one day because my buddy passed away. He said, oh, you got time to go to an audition? I said, yeah. I said, what's it for? That motherfucker said, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Wow.
Yeah. And the first thing I thought about, I said, oh shit. He said, can you go over there now? I said, yeah, I can go right now. I go to that fucking audition, man. Everybody's in that bitch waiting to go in. I see all my friends, people I know. Like, oh shit, everybody been this motherfucker. So I read the little signs. I said, oh, I know what this is. I know exactly who this motherfucker is. So, and I told you, I got this
you
thing.
Go big.
I go into auditions as the character. I don't go in as myself and turn the character on because that's wasted time. That's wasted energy, wasted time. Now they can see how this motherfucker walks. They can see his mannerisms right away. And now you're in control. They're on their heels. They're like, what the fuck is this? Yo, they start looking around at each other. I came in the room like this. I came in like as Leon. The folks was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? I walked up to Larry. I said, Larry, man. They said, okay, Jamie, you're going to improvise with Larry the first scene. I said, okay, Larry, let's do this shit. I said, we're going to improvise. I said, I don't know. Anything could happen. I might fuck around and slap you in the face. Man, Larry looked at me like, Larry looked at me like he was ready to call security. That motherfucker said. He looked around. He looked at the other producers. He was like this. Like what the fuck, Like, who the fuck is this guy? Coming in this goddamn room saying he gonna slap me in the face. That motherfucker said. We start that scene, and I'm telling you, man, me and that motherfucker hit off from the get-go. Now, here's why I say this story. Think about this. One, this is how you don't know how things work. One, if three things had to happen here. One, what if SNL had renewed me for the 4th season?
Right.
That's one thing. Well, my wife was in the room doing something else and didn't say, you're going to be on that show one day.
Right.
What if my friend OG never passed away that week, that month? That's three things that had to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go back. I'm going to give you one more. I took an improvised class in 91.
Right.
The same summer, the Improv Comedy Club shut down. That was the last thing they ever had at that club, was that improv class every Saturday. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 things had to happen in order for me to get in that room in front of that dude Larry. Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And
peace, damn fool.
Isn't that crazy? How
man.
If one of those things didn't happen,
changes trajectory.
Different.
Yeah,
if
things.
Renewed me, I would never have been in LA.
Right.
If my friend didn't pass away, I would never have been in LA for one day.
Right.
Who knows? But that got me in a room. And I cussed Larry out the first time I met him.
Right.
I got the fuck out.
And to me, that's the funniest part.
I drove the fuck out of that scene. Because I got him on his heels. Now, you know what kicks in now? The stand-up. The stand-up energy kicks in now at an audition. Yeah. Because we know how to look. We know how to read people. We know how to listen to what the fuck they smiling at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We know when they're interested in what the fuck we saying.
And Larry's a stand-up too, so that's like a perfect marriage. You two both get to dance. Y'all were dancing together.
And Larry also worked at SNL.
Right. Oh yeah, I love his story. He quit and then came back like he didn't.
Yo, that's the greatest shit ever. One day on the set, I had to ask that motherfucker. I said, "Please tell me more details." He just said, "Hey, man, it was crazy." I said, "I know it, man. Tell me the story, motherfucker." God damn, that shit was bold shit.
Dude, that's bold as hell, son.
That shit was wild as hell, man.
Yeah.
But see that, and then but so first, literally, I did the audition, I left town. I remember I had a show in Pittsburgh. Not Pittsburgh. 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours outside of Pittsburgh. In the dead of winter. Yo, I had to go all the way to fuck up in the mountains somewhere and do a show at this fucking bar. I get there, this motherfucker was terrible. I ain't never been in a hotel so horrible in my life. It's almost like, you know what it's almost like? It's almost like sometimes you gotta go down to go back up.
Back up, yeah.
You gotta go down. Yo, I got there, right? This hotel was so filthy. I laid on the bed in my clothes, in my fucking coat. I put my hood on. Dean, I put my fucking hood on my head, zipped that shit up, and laid like in a fetal position until the show started. I said, nah, I don't want to even change clothes in this motherfucker. I said, why? I said, what the fuck am I doing here, man? I felt like shit. Because you gotta remember. Because
you were just at SNL. Yeah, you were at SNL, yeah, man.
But I did tell my agent after the audition, he called me and said, how was the audition? While I was in LA, I said, you know what? Me and Larry had a good time. I said, anybody else get that part, God bless them. God bless them. Because, you know, we had a ball. Man, I went to the show, Dean, and I said, I got to the club. This fucking club owner was horrible. This motherfucker was evil. Yeah. He said, all I want you to do, we don't do dirty material around here. I said, oh, okay. I said, that's cool. I got some shit I can do. So I went on stage. A little profanity here and there, but nothing dirty. You know. I came off, people smoking, drinking, everything, right? Drinking. I mean, this shit was fucking, I think I was the only black dude in the whole building. This motherfucking club was terrible. And I came off stage. I saw that motherfucker, I wrapped it up, right? And while I was coming off stage, I saw him walking across the back of the club, right? He's like going through people. Hey, man, what the fuck? I said, what? I told you no dirty material. I said, wait a minute. You mean no profanity or no dirty material? Right. I said, these motherfuckers are smoking and drinking everywhere.
Right. You're in Babylon.
Smoking. I said, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you dead serious about no fucking dirty material? It's filthy in here.
Right.
He said, I said,
have you seen the hotel?
I said, this is my motherfucking act, bro. I left out the dirty shit. I just did a few profanity words here and there. But goddamn. He said, okay, man, look, this might not work out. He said, I'll get somebody local from Pittsburgh to come in and fill in and do the rest of the weekend. I said, okay, just pay me for today. Pay me my fucking gas money. Give me my per diem. Let me get the fuck out. So I started driving. I got my bag. I put my shit in the trunk. I said, no, I'm going to go back to the airport. You know, we East Coast. We know what can happen with the weather. I said, no, it's too cold. I can smell I can smell bad weather.
Right.
I get stuck an hour and a half out of Pittsburgh. Now, these fucking mountains. I started driving back, right? I'm driving. All of a sudden, it started a fucking blizzard, Dean. A fucking blizzard. It is fucking snowing like you would not fucking believe. I couldn't see. I'm doing 10 miles an hour on the fucking highway. People pulled over like they couldn't take it. But I'm so used to driving and that kind of shit. I took my time. I said, it's going to take me 4 hours to get to Pittsburgh, but I'm fucking going. I ain't going to stay there. Get stuck.
Right.
I did 10 miles an hour. I'm on the fucking highway. My fucking phone rings, right? My fucking agent. I thought he's calling me about this bullshit that just happened.
Right.
This club, right? I said, yeah, man. So I answered the phone. I said, yeah, I'm sorry, man. That dude was an asshole. I had to curse his ass out. I said, I had to get the fuck out of there. I'm driving back to Pittsburgh right now to stay at the hotel. He said, take your time, do 5 miles an hour because you just got Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was like, what the fuck? I said, wow, man, this is fucking dope. So I took my time. I got out of the storm. I could barely see it. I got my ass back to the hotel, spent the night in the hotel, got up in the morning, had to go right back to LA. Had to fly right back to fucking LA, man, and start Curb. And we worked. I worked for that month a few shows. We did 2 shows before the holidays. And man, my first day on the job with Larry, we had so much fun the first day. He said, it feels as though we've been working together for years. I said, Larry, beautiful. I don't know how the universe works. I said, I told him a story. He was like, wow. Fucking wow.
Yeah,
right?
That's
like,
amazing.
Here's the scary part. We did the whole season, right? We get to the rap party. Dude, this shit's crazy. So, I already told you my buddy died, and I came to LA for one day. We at the rap party, right? Me and my wife having drinks, just chilling out on the side. They put the gag reel on. The gag reel. Guess what the theme song was on the motherfucking gag reel?
This is how we do it. Wow.
Yo, man, I could do nothing else but look to the sky.
Right.
Pointed to, I said, OG, man, thank you.
Yeah, man.
I love you, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
There's no way I
could
have planned that shit. I said, me and my wife looked at each other. We said, yo.
That's
wow. My spine, yo. It felt like
I just got it, chill. Yeah.
It just felt like, wow, what the fuck? Then you start thinking about what all this shit is for. See, that makes you think about what's important in this journey that we are all on. It makes you think about what is really important. You know, I learned a bunch of things. I learned that it's okay to hit the reset button.
Right.
I learned listen to your wife once in a while.
Right.
I learned that shit. I learned support people who supported you. I learned that shit. I learned it's okay to put things in your toolbox until you need it. That's okay too. But you end up in a position where you can make something of whatever it is that you're pursuing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So all that right there is that's that, and then of course Curb. This is my 5th season. I just did my 5th season on Curb. So I did SNL 04, 5, and 6. Curb since 07. So, and we just finished season 10, of course. And another fun season, man, of Curb. And I get a chance to play this silly character who has no true origin. And Curb is cool because it's an improvised show. It's an improvised show, of course. A lot of people don't understand that the show is completely improvised. We get an outline, but we don't have any lines. We don't have any lines, what to say, and it's almost like I was built for that kind of show.
Well, I was just thinking, like, we've been speaking since 11 p.m. and we've heard your story, and it's as if all things, your entire preparation, people saying how success is when preparation meets opportunity. You did everything from a stand-up perspective to taking the improv classes. You did everything you could to strengthen those tools so that when you got to Curb, you were beyond ready. To where even Larry David, when he first saw you, was like, "What is this guy talking to me this way?"
Fuck this guy.
Right, but it clicked, and you can't cheat. You can't cheat destiny, and you can't cheat chemistry. And I think that everybody that's a fan of the show knows that the chemistry that you and Larry had as those characters, man, is hands down some of the best chemistry ever on television, man, because you can't fake it, especially
in this climate that we are in right now. It's okay to be the blackest motherfucker in the world. It's okay to be white. It's okay. Just don't be white, so white that you take away from someone else.
Right.
That's all it comes down to. It's okay to be a white dude. It's okay to be a black dude. But
just be human. Be human.
Who you are. If everybody was the same, you would never be able to get anything from anybody else.
Right.
You would never be able to appreciate good music. You would never be able to respect someone's artistic abilities. You would never. We are a, and I use the sum of its parts all the time because I like a wide range of music. I like a wide range of comedians. I like a wide range of actors, movies that I fucking love. that I still go crazy over. You know, that is what makes us unique. You know, and you know, and you just hope and pray that people have learned what destroys civilizations and what has been a problem throughout this country's history. And hopefully they get it. And some people don't. But we you know, this is what it's fucking all about. You want to be able to tell these fucking stories and people appreciate the shit. You know, this is what we all are part of. This is the pieces of the puzzle that make you unique. You know, and that's the fun part about all this shit. You know, and these are, you know, the reasons why, you know, I just plant them seeds. But I also pull people the fuck up. I pull young people up all the time to make them know that this shit is possible. Whatever's in your head is possible. Don't be afraid to make a move. Don't be afraid to say, nah, this ain't for me. Don't be afraid to say, you ain't for me. That's the chess moves that you fucking need. You know what I mean? Me firing my agent, shit, I could have easily just been quiet and said, nah, ain't no. I mean, just sit here and just let this shit happen as it's going to happen. But making a chess move, an aggressive move, allowed me to be free. Free again, a free agent. Free agents get a chance to pick what they want, what team they want to be on next.
Yeah, man.
You a
yes, sir.
You a fucking free agent.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the fun thing about being a free agent. Is fun. But now you get a chance to hear all the shit, man. And
you field all the offers.
Oh man, and I'm so happy that here's another thing I'm happy that I get a chance to work both sides of the ball. And that's what I mean by being genuine. Be fucking genuine. You know, as you know, I was on Curb at the same time. I was doing Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Right.
I was doing, you know, I did fucking what? I did Hall Pass. I did goddamn Date Night. I did fucking We Bought a Zoo. You know, these are all different kinds of movies. But at the same time, I did goddamn Barbershop. I did fucking Almost Christmas. I did Booty Tang. You name it. I think that's you have
top
to.
five.
You have top five. You have to. You have to find a way to. They have to allow. I hate using the word. They have to allow you to shine and allow you to do what you do, or you can physically make moves and take it.
Yeah.
Take what it is, because it's better to know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with.
Exactly.
It's better if you had that at your disposal. Oh my fucking God, you can do almost anything now. You know how once you know how to read motherfuckers and say, man, this motherfucker on some bullshit. Once you learn how to read motherfuckers, man, I swear, if you don't want to do it, teach your kids how to do it, because that is what's going to be the key to their everything they learn in college. They could take what they learn. College is just your base. College is just the base. Everything you build on top of that motherfucking base is what your career is. It's not school shit. School you need. That. You need that shit. I tell people, I tell kids to go to school because you need to see something different than the block. You need to see something different than your neighborhood. You need to see new faces. You can still have your friends forever, but you need to see some new faces. You need to meet people from around the country.
Because it's going to give you different perspective.
Ooh, you need that shit. You need to get the fuck out of your mother's house, your mother and father's house, and see and be on your own for a second. You don't need to hang around that motherfucker forever. You know, you got to get the fuck out of there. You know, and that's when you start to have opportunities, and you be, you know, because the one thing you want to get to the finish line to tell your story. You know,
peace to Damon Wayans, man. Legendary Damon Wayans up in here. Peace.
Yeah, man. You cannot finish this life without taking a swing at something.
Right. Take a shot.
Don't take a swing at something, not a swing at somebody else. That's what's happening in this country. People are taking swings at you personally. They're taking swings at you to knock down your character, to knock down your dreams.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, and that's the shit that's all the fuck people want.
Right.
I don't know if I'm gonna give me nothing. I don't want people to give me a motherfucking thing. No. All I want to do is have opportunity to take a swing at that motherfucker. Let me just get there. You know, don't throw hurdles in front of me. Let me just do what the fuck I love to do. You know,
and listen, if there are hurdles, if I'm running and I jump, don't move the hurdle while I'm in the air.
Yeah, man. Don't fucking.
You know,
Yeah.
don't
Fucking
change
do that.
don't change the rules
Don't change the
after we done
motherfucking
started the
rules.
race. Right.
Don't change the goddamn rules when people start to catch up. That's the shit.
Right. Exactly.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Change the fucking rules. Oh, did I say it was a 5-meter run? I said, no, it's a 10-meter run, motherfucker. It's 10 fucking meters. And we're going to put some fucking hurdles and some obstacles all around this motherfucker. And it's in a straight line. We're going to zigzag all over this motherfucker.
Right. Right. Right.
There's going to be some forks in the goddamn road and all kind of stupid shit.
You're like, I thought I was just doing the high jumps.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, you know how you run in a marathon and you run it and give you a cup of water? It give you little tiny cups of water. In your cup, it's prune juice. So you got to shit. You can't even finish the motherfucking race. You see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers on the side is handing you little cups of prune juice, motherfucker. Man, you can't finish the race because you gotta keep stopping the shit.
Cause you holding your butt cheeks.
You hold your shit now. These motherfuckers gonna sip you some fucking prune juice. That's all I'm saying, man. Give me water like everybody else. God damn it.
Oh man, that's
funny. Keep me going. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to anybody.
To anybody, man. To anybody.
This is what. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, talk to me real quick because I know they're also fans of 4 Courses.
4 Courses of JB Smoove.
Yeah.
Now, that was a fun show to do because you know they now here's another thing. They initially came to me about hosting a show like that, MSG. So I just said, so it's easy. I mean, taking a job is easy, but now you're at the mercy of them. So what happened was, me and my manager Rick ended up saying, you know what? Ask them if we can produce it. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to open my fucking Rolodex, and it's going to end up being people I fucking know anyway.
Right.
So I just said, fuck it. Let me just book people who I love, and they'll book athletes here and there, and I'll get everybody else. And now, instead of just hosting a show like that, I'm producing the show. Now, me and my buddy Miles get a chance to write, book guests, make it funny, do our bumpers, do all our shit. And it was a fun show for me. We did 4 seasons of it, man. It was easy to do. We shoot that shit in 3 days.
Right.
4 Courses was a fun show to do because you get a chance to sit, and it was evergreen, meaning that we didn't talk about current events. All we want to know is your journey. People know what the fuck you do, but who are you? You know what the fuck you do, but who the fuck are you? That's the shit that makes people love to hear. Yeah. We really are all the same, man. It's, Well,
that's why we did like this right here.
Job. It's just a job. It really is a job. Yeah. And that's what made that show so fun. Amongst everything else, this is, I've just been really blessed to have directors and producers allow me to take on characters, allow me to make something my own. And once you get to that point, man, it becomes easier for you.
Right. Peace, finesse. Finesse is on here. I just said peace to finesse. We were just talking. We spoke him up like Beetlejuice. Yes, sir.
How great of a job he did on SNL.
Yes, he did. Amazing. Indeed.
That's this is, man. It's so many lanes to everything, man. And I'm one of those guys. I appreciate it to its fullest, man. The Real Husband of Hollywood adventure was great. Worked with Kevin and a bunch of amazing people, Dwayne and Boris and Nelly and Nick Cannon and all of us, man. We had a great time doing that show, man. Fun show to do, man. We really enjoyed doing that show, those knuckleheads, man. And that show was also, we had scripts, of course, Chris Benson, those guys. did an amazing job.
Shout out to Spencer. Yeah.
Ralph, Lucard, and all those guys did such an amazing job, man, hooking us up, man. Staying late.
But again, the chemistry y'all had. I think the Real Husbands was great because it was such great chemistry. Because a lot of y'all did. You, Kev, Spencer. Y'all knew each other before. Outside of
And we are all so different, and that's what made it all so fucking funny. Is we butt heads on different things. You know, the way they put that show together was really, really, I think it was groundbreaking at the time because, you don't see a show with damn six, 7 brothers on a show. Robin Thicke was also amazing on the show. It was just seeing 6, 7 guys just going at it with each other. Freaking hilarious, man. And that's what made that show so successful for me. And that's what I mean by, if you're blessed to be able to bounce from different projects like that, that's and here's the fun thing. 30, even you've been in 20-something years, right? I started at 92? Yep. So I'm shit. I quit. Here's another thing I fucking did. Now this is hard to do, but I quit my day job because I was doing stand up after work when I was working in New York. I quit my day job and I've done 4, 5 different crazy ass jobs. Shit, one time I had 3 fucking jobs, and I was going to school. So you can't tell me shit about working hard and 3 fucking jobs and going to school.
Right, yeah, man, that's a lot.
Community college, shit. I quit my day job the day my daughter was born.
Wow. That was
Not
brave.
knowing when my next check was gonna come, but I knew that if I can make this shit work, I can support my family, and I can also do something I always wanted to do. Right. That's some shit, but that's the only. See, here's nothing I believe. I believe that you do things more passionate when you have to do it. You don't have to do it. I could have easily kept my day job and fucking just kept working. Going downtown doing shows. I could have kept that fucking day job, but could I dedicate the time I want to dedicate to doing this shit with a day job? Going downtown after work, do little spots.
Right.
I had to
You can't serve 2 masters. You gotta make a choice.
That job had to go. I told my boss, I got to go. I got to fucking go, bro. I can't do this shit no longer.
I apologize that I'm laughing because Finesse just said some slickness.
What did he say?
He said, Dean, you banged Amy Poehler and Tina Fey's ass. Stupid. he said Tracy Morgan filmed it. You stupid. You an ass.
But that's stupid.
You stupid, man.
Stupid McNoopin.
Oh, man. Stupid McNoopin.
Stupid McNoopin.
What was that?
So, yeah, man, so all this shit, man. This is, what else was there? And, oh, man, I just love this, man. And
yeah, man. It shows. It shows.
I am not afraid to learn, even in these, being in it this long, I still learn every fucking thing. Every time I'm on a set, every time I'm on a stage, I still stumble, I still trip, I still do all this shit because that's a part of the fucking journey.
Yeah, man.
There's no way in hell you just gonna keep. You gotta stumble, as the world changes around you. You got to fucking stumble to realize that the shit is changing. You gotta stumble. Believe me, I've had my good days, I have my bad days.
Right.
But I do know and respect. I respect every job every opportunity I've had. I respect it to the fullest. And I separate everything. Everything's separated. Commercial work is separated from my movie stuff. My movie stuff is separated from my TV stuff. My TV stuff is separate from my producing stuff. My producing stuff is separate from my stand-up stuff. It's all different vehicles to drive.
Yeah, yeah.
And they all
different
have
hats.
All different hats. It's all motherfucking hats right there.
Right.
But it's all different hats to wear. But that's what, I tell people all the time. I tell young people too. Don't just, it's okay to have a dream and you want something specific. But why not learn the business side of whatever you want to do? Whether it's a rapper, I don't know, but whatever you want to do, why not learn a little bit more about each area that you want to learn?
Yes, sir.
I know a little bit about everything and a lot about nothing. That's the only way I can describe what the fuck I do. I still fuck up. I still say the wrong things sometimes. But it is as you grow, as you fucking grow, we grown as we fucking grown.
Yeah.
Men. We ain't fucking 19-year-old dudes trying this shit out. We fucking 50. I'm 50 fucking 4 years old.
Right.
And I'm having just as much fun as I was when I was fucking 22.
As you should.
And that's what once you create your brand, you gotta you know what it is? It's that goddamn golf swing. You hit that motherfucker. Golf is the hardest shit in the fucking world to learn how to hit that bitch straight.
Right.
But when you do hit that bitch straight, if you can remember what the fuck you just did, if you can remember what the fuck you just did to make it go straight, you got this shit figured the fuck out.
Yeah, man.
It's when you got to keep trying to get that shit straight again. That's your shit. But once you get that bitch straight, you ain't even got to look down no more. Once your swing is perfected, you put the ball down there, that's the last time you saw that motherfucking ball.
Right.
You put that bitch on that tee. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to looking at that goddamn ball the whole fucking time while you swinging like a fucking idiot.
you got to keep doing it.
You watching that ball the whole fucking time.
Right.
You watching yourself swing at that ball. You watching that ball go that way. You ain't. The shit got to be to the point where you put that ball on that damn tee. Look, you aim that shit. You hit that motherfucker. You don't even gotta see where it went. You know where the shit went at. The shit went straight. The motherfucker went straight.
Right.
Shit. But
Finesse, we try to drop size and finesse.
Let's go fuck around.
That's stupid, man. Oh man.
Dude, I can't even see his. Okay, I did. I'm gonna see what you do. Finesse silly. I know finesse.
Before we gotta I gotta get him on here too.
Yeah, man, that dude right there. He got some real stories.
Yeah, shoot. Last time Finesse and I saw each other, I think was in Saudi. Was it Saudi? I think when we were in Jeddah last summer. Anyway, that's another story. But lastly, Spider-Man. We have 7 minutes.
Oh man, Spider-Man was amazing. A quick story about Spider-Man. See, we talk about these things that lead to other things. Now, look, I ended up doing a commercial with Tom Holland for Audi for Spider-Man Homecoming movie, right?
Okay.
This commercial, but I got to that commercial. I got there early. I stayed late. I joked around with Tom Holland, Spider-Man. Met the producers. They let me improvise. Had a great ass time. Planted that little seed.
Yeah, man, the seeds.
Months later, the goddamn Spider-Man Far From Home movie started casting. The motherfuckers called me up.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. I'm not saying everything I do is built around this, but I was sitting in the fucking movie theater watching what's that? The Avengers. I'm sitting back there in the movie theater, me and my wife. I said, baby, man, I know I just did this damn Audi commercial with Tom Holland. But man, I want to be in this Marvel universe so motherfucking bad. So, man, next thing you know, easily a month or two later, these motherfuckers called me about goddamn Spider-Man Far From Home because I did the commercial with Tom Holland.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there like, motherfucker. I'm in the goddamn Spider-Man fucking Marvel universe.
Yeah.
We shot in Prague, we shot in London, we shot in Prague and Venice. We shot in Venice. We had a ball, man. That was so amazing to be a part of. Something like that, man. And
my lips got chapped because we've been on for 3 hours.
Yo, we've been on for 3 fucking hours, man.
We are 6 minutes shy, 3 hours.
But you know what?
Because that's the fun of it, man.
This is not just for us.
Yeah, no, this
people need to understand and see this. This motivates us, man. You gotta realize the first hour was really us just speaking as fathers,
talking about what's going on in the world,
and speaking about what's happening and how we can lend our best to get everyone on getting us in a better space. Understanding that if anyone else is watching this, understand us a little bit more.
Anybody that's watching that missed the first 2 hours, they're on my IGTV or my page that they're posted, so you can go and catch what you missed.
Yeah, but this is how fathers talk. This is how young men of our age who are still on our journey. Yeah, this is how businessmen talk. This is how we, on all levels. This is all a part of being a man, being a professional, being a comedian, being a father, being a husband. All that shit is part of it. It's not just us hopping on stage and doing movies and shit. This is all part of really.
We have layers. We have layers.
You better have some goddamn layers.
We got layers. And what I've learned, if nothing else, is listen to your wife. Shout out to Sha again.
Big shout to my boo.
And be everybody out here that's watching and that will see this, be specific in what it is you want to will into existence. Because JB, you said I wanna be on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and then you said I want to be in this Marvel universe, and those are very specific. And whether you believe in God or the spirit of the universe, creator, whatever you call it, there is a higher power that wants you to achieve your best version of yourself, but you got to be specific with what it is you're willing to put in and what you want out of this thing called life.
You have to, man. You have to. You really have to, man. And this keeps everybody going. This keeps us going. Man. It keeps our dreams going. Without, and I'll tell anybody, but without the support of my beautiful wife, it keeps me going. We keep each other's dreams going. Of course, my wife is a amazing producer, amazing performer, amazing singer, amazing writer, amazing everything. So that's what and you still have to have that purpose of why you do what you do, and you want to uplift.
Yes. You
gotta continue to uplift, man. So.
And you both do, and shout out to our brother Ruben Paul on the feed, and we have
all our people,
shout out to every comic, man. I've attempted to shout everybody out, man. JB, because we got less than a minute, so I want to say thank you, my brother. You have the record for the longest run. Guy Tori had it before, but we
didn't even scratch the surface.
No, we didn't.
In all actuality.
Yeah.
But this is what it's all about, man. And we hope that we bless everyone out there. Let's stay safe, y'all. Let's get to the next level, man. Let people talk about this era, this 2020, man. Let's let them talk about it. This is a part of history, man. Let's let them talk about this.
Indeed.
Don't let your dreams be upended, man. This is nothing. This is nothing. All young people, this is nothing. This is going to be the best story ever when it's written.
Keep your heads up. Hold your heads. we'll be here again. Well, I'll be here again next week. I have someone that I'm working on, so hopefully I'm sure we'll have another amazing episode next week on the Futhamuckin Protocol, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. We start off. JB, I love you, brother. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me, man. And I appreciate everybody that comes and supports. Make sure you follow JB, make sure you follow me, and keep rocking out and keep your heads up and stay positive and creative out here in this world, man.
That's right. Big shout out again to my boo. She didn't no way, shape, or form that she know I was gonna be on here for 3 damn hours.
No, she didn't. You got 5 seconds. All right, y'all.